let's move on. There was one other thing I wanted to throw into the mix here, and now I can't remember what it is, but it'll come to me. But hey, New York has got it going. You got the Yankees have turned it around. I feel like the Mets just have too much talent, and I think they're gonna, if they do get in, and I think they're going to, I think they can make some noise. But Milwaukee looks like they're in a league of their own, and I don't think they are. I think they're going to come back to earth. San Diego's dangerous. We know the Dodgers are defending world champions. They got a little bullseye on their back, but I think that they're going to get in and they're going to be tough if they can get their pitching squared away. So that's where I want to go with that. But New York's going to have it going, and you're very intimately, and I think a real pro in terms of tourism in New York. The city's going right now. It is. And even though he had some lousy weather, and I think the weather, I don't know if it's cleared for Yankees. Can you give us a quick weather update? Because I know that storm was messing with New York beaches. Are you seeing it in Manhattan?
I mean, right now it's gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful out. So I think they're going to be good to go. Yeah.
Hey, listen, you've been a great friend. Casablanca Hotel in the heart of Times Square, 147 West 43rd. I think it's part of the, what do you guys call it, the library collection, rather? And you also have a new property down in the Village where I stayed last night, and thank you so much. So let me ask you a quick question. A lot of people are slimming down. You guys are fattening up a little with this acquisition in the Village. Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, we're excited. We just got the Washington Square Hotel, and you were right. The Library Hotel Collection is correct. This Washington Square Hotel is a beautiful property. It's really cool, actually. It's directly across the street from Washington Square Park. There's a lot of history too. If you look at the history of this hotel, it's been a hotel since 1912, and back when the Village was up and coming, the Rolling Stones stayed at this hotel. Bob Dylan stayed at this hotel. Dee Dee Ramone stayed at this hotel. There's a real plethora of some cool art spaces right in the vicinity of the hotel that we've acquired. So it's actually a really fun property that I'm really excited to get the ball rolling on here.
I don't care if I get accused of being a shameless shill, because I'm not. Your staff, yourself included, your general manager, John, I'm telling you, James, you guys get it. You get it. You get the people. You get to know people by their name. I don't know how you guys – I mean, I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Well, yeah, I can because I ate at your place. But anyways, there's a philosophy there with the library collections. Seriously, tell me about that.
Listen, Marty, you know what it is? We all enjoy what we do. That's the very base of it. Obviously, there's more to it, right? But the fact that we wake up from work and we don't feel stressed, and we wake up and we have a smile on our face and we're not worried about where we're going to work. We know that we're going to go have a good day. We're working with our buddies, and all of us in the Library Hotel Collection, we want to give service. That's it. We love service. We love the industry. We're not in it for the money. We're not in it for the commission, this and that. No, we like helping people. We want to make people have a good time. We enjoy a conversation. And that's really part of it. The Library Hotel Collection, their slogan, and the owner, Henry Callan, and this is very true, it's the world's friendliest hotelier. And that's what we strive to achieve every day. So at all of our properties, we have in New York, Casablanca, the Library Hotel, the Hotel Giraffe, and now the Washington Square Hotel. And we have a property in Budapest called the Aria as well. So it's a small company. That's us, but we keep it small so this way we can focus on all those little things and be able to execute them.
Well, we were talking to Synergy Global down in Puerto Rico and Florida today, and our good friend Ray Cintron and his wife Victoria are coming up for the Open. We're going to have some good people from Rhode Island coming in, and guess where we're all going to be staying, babe? We're going to be staying either at the new place that you acquired or, Casablanca works. Here's what I love, and I want to say this real quick.
Tried and true.
Yeah, here's the thing, too. The reason why I love Casablanca, and last night was wonderful, but let me tell you something. The staff, the history of the building, and the second floor. I mean, 24/7 coffee. I've been there in the middle of the night. and it's just phenomenal. If you're stressed out and you got a million things going on, you can just step back. You do. It's like you step out of New York City into basically it's like someone's study area, although it's vast. It's big, and there's tables and corner little tables. It's wonderful. It really and truly is. Listen, you always have a home here, brother, and we're going to be at Tony's doing some live shows during the U.S. Open and Ryder Cup, so that ought to be interesting.
Great.
And thank you so much, and let's effort to do this more often, and let's take in the ball game. Last year was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love it, man. Thank you so much for having me on, Marty. I really appreciate it. And let's go Mets.
All right, let's hope you're right. The New York Mets. Let's go Mets, indeed. Thank you, James Riley. Outstanding guy. He really and truly is. He's wonderful. All right, did you see this note today? I don't know. We're up against the break, so I gotta pay attention because Dom runs a tight ship. But boxers are now going to be, or boxing is going to require sex testing. This is the modern era. The governing body for Olympic-style boxing will require sex testing for all fighters wishing to compete in the women's division at the World Championships next month. I will just stay on the sidelines there, but I'm sure people have opinions out there. We're going to come back, tell you a story about an athlete, a woman, who did something that I don't think today's modern athlete would do. She's retired, but wait till you hear this story. Coming back on Sports Overnight America, I'm Marty Terrell.
My fellow Americans, let the message ring out that from this day forward, when you buy American, you buy the best. Handcrafted, something premium, something pure. For this is the very essence of what our servicemen and women gave their lives to protect, and by God, we shall not allow their sacrifice to be forgotten. It's time to show the world just how great American can be. And we will not wait for tomorrow to come. We will stand here, this moment, together, and we will start today. Don't ever forget how great it is to be American. America we need right now. American Premium Vodka. Celebrate responsibly.
Every champion has a team behind them, and for thousands of families without insurance, Christ Clinic is that team. At Christ Clinic in Katy, Texas, they provide high-quality, faith-based health care to people who can't afford it, because everyone deserves a shot at health, no matter their income or insurance status. Their doctors, volunteers, their mission, rooted in compassion, their impact, over 10,000 patient visits every year and growing. But they can't do it without help from fans like you. If you ever cheered for a comeback story, this is your chance to be a part of one. Donate today at ChristClinicKaty.org and help them keep the doors open for those who need it most. One gift can be the difference between surviving and thriving. Christ Clinic in Katy, where health meets hope and faith goes to work. That's Christ Clinic Katy, spelled Katy.org. Team up with them today.
Hello, Americans. It's Uncle Sam here. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS or state, don't worry. I've got important news that may help you negotiate a lower tax bill. In today's economy, the IRS has released a variety of new rules and is offering more flexible terms to help Americans looking to settle their IRS debt. If you apply today, we may be able to lift your wage garnishments and release a freeze on your bank assets or business. Our team of tax professionals can resolve your case and stop collection actions against you. Even if you've been audited or haven't filed a return in years, they can help. Call right now and find out if you qualify to settle your IRS debt for far less than what you owe. Pick up your phone right now and call us for a free $500 IRS tax review. Don't wait. Here's the number.
Call right now. 800-943-9215. 800-943-9215.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh. Hey. Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh.
From high atop Molotov Stadium here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. It is the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week as we welcome you to Molotov Stadium on the night they honored the 35th anniversary of the 1990 state championship team, where Dave Harding and Reserve came together in an unbelievable season that ended in Coach Phil Anarella having a state title.
Yeah, that was something I still remember that very vividly. I mean, just how well that came together when they thought it was going to be chaos. But they came together, the whole city galvanized, and that time back then in 1990 was rocking.
It was an incredible football team that won a lot of games and had a lot of future NFL talent on it. We'll get to that as we go throughout the day. Canton McKinley coming to Molotov Stadium to take on Warren Harding. It has been a minute since Warren Harding has defeated Canton McKinley. You go back all the way to 2003, the last time the Raiders beat the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. And they've met 5 times since then. All of those have gone to Canton McKinley.
Yeah, and so I'm sure they want to, especially on this night, they would love to get that monkey, as they say, off their back and get a win tonight. But it's going to be a tough go, though.
We've got a lot of new faces and new places to talk about as we get ready for tonight's game. But we are going to step aside for our first timeout. When we come back, we will learn a little bit more about the Canton McKinley Bulldogs and their first-year head coach, Renzi Parnell. That's coming up after this break right here on the pregame show on Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio 2.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Pregame show continues here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. It is the Canton McKinley Bulldogs and the Warren Harding Raiders. It's time for the Coach's Corner. This year brought to you by the Cleveland Cobras. They're in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. If you're looking to continue your football career, contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442 and be part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. So Canton McKinley, They come in this game, Dave, with a first-year head coach in Renzi Parnell. He spent several years at Akron-Hoban before taking over this job.
Yep.
So another couple of, another first-year head coach for us to have tonight.
Yeah, isn't that something to start off the season? But he's got a lot of experience, and it looks like he got a lot of his family members also with him on that coaching staff, too, as I look at the personnel. So I look for them to really do well. I mean, he has a lot of experience as a coach, and he did a good job down there at Akron-Hoban.
That Bulldogs have a quarterback from Hoban that transferred in, Trent Hayden, 1,004 yards passing last year, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception, made 10 starts last year for Hoban. They also have a new tailback coming in from Canton South in Zion Culver. About 1,500 yards and 8 touchdowns for him. So this offense got some talented players, but it's new faces in new places.
Yeah, well, the same thing. We got to see how they come together. That's always the thing. Can you get the continuity that you need with these players, and they're brand new in their brand new surroundings? But if you can get them together and put that on it, they could be definitely explosive on offense.
Not something we do all the time, but time to spotlight some offensive linemen. It's Logan Hayes for Canton McKinley, 6'5", 280. The big tackle holds offers from Kent State and Kentucky.
Yeah, that offensive line, we talked about that beforehand. They got almost pro size offensive linemen, and we talking about these are high school juniors and seniors. These guys are going to get bigger and just think as they work with the weights how they'll become. So we'll be watching a lot of line play. I love looking at them there. That's where the game is won, Mark, in the trenches.
I've been told that by different partners over the years that we're all ex-offensive linemen. We're going to take another timeout on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll go right to my interview with the head coach of the Warren Harding Raiders, Matt Richardson. That's up after this break here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We are back inside the Coach's Corner, joined by Warren Harding head coach Matt Richardson. And, Coach, it feels like we just did this a couple weeks ago, but here we are with another season upon us.
It is that time of year, exciting time of year to be a football coach, player, fan, anything like that.
Coach, how has your off-season program carried into the summer and now getting ready to play the first game of the season?
Kids have been working hard. worked since December 9th with our strength coach, Coach Mike Bartos, who's done a fantastic job getting our kids ready for this season. Kids work really hard 4 to 5 days a week, and we're just hoping to put out a better product than we did last year.
Boy, Coach, you look at the couple of scrimmages that you had, and just like your regular season schedule, you took on some talented football teams to get ready for this season.
Big Red historically is a fantastic program, so we kind of like to go down and either whether we're going down there or coming here, just to see what type of the physicality of our team, because we know what Big Red's going to bring, and Coach Reno's done a fantastic job for decades. And then same thing with Riverside. Riverside is a consistent playoff team in our division and in our region, so we like to kind of get an assessment of where we are and where we need to go from those two quality teams.
What did you see from your squad after those two difficult scrimmages?
I saw that the work that we put in the off season, the kids definitely benefited from it based on last year, just night and day from last strength wise. Now we just have to continue to improve and do the right things off the field, and reap the benefits of working hard and having a great off season and preseason.
Coach, I know it's a special night as well, celebrating the anniversary of the 1990 state championship game today. What does it mean to honor the past while at the same time trying to add your own state title to what the school has accomplished?
Warren hasn't been champion since 1990. We appreciate what those guys did. I was a kid when those guys were doing their thing. I was at a lot of those games, so I know a lot of those guys, respect a lot of those guys, and I know how they feel about the program. So we just want to represent them in the right way, and there really ain't much to talk about. We got to play. We haven't beat Canton McKinley since 2003, and I haven't let those guys forget that. So we want to honor them by coming out with a W.
You kind of led me to my next question about Canton McKinley coming in. This has been a rivalry between Harding and McKinley for a long time. Tell me about getting ready for the Bulldogs and what it's going to take to get a win and start the year off 1-0.
Anytime you're playing a team in Canton, it's going to be a physical game. New head coach is a really good friend of mine. We coached together at Hoban for 4 years, so I know they will be prepared, and they'll be well coached and ready to go. I just know, A, we have to handle the physicality of the game, and B, we have to protect the football. And you do those two things, you give yourselves a shot.
Coach, you had a young quarterback that saw some playing time last year that is now leading your offense. How much do you think that experience of playing time last year will help him this season?
The experience will definitely help him. He got his feet wet a little bit and got better as the year went on. And we're excited to see some of the things that he can do in this upcoming season.
Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight against Canton McKinley.
Thank you.
We'll take a timeout, come back, and have more of the pregame show right after this.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
And we welcome you back to Mollenkopf Stadium as we wrap up the Coach's Corner, brought to you by the Cleveland Cobras. Dave, before we can move ahead to Friday night, we got to look back quickly to Thursday night. Five finals from last night. Liberty and Camel, of course, you heard that right here on Sports Radio 1240, Western Reserve Radio 2. That was a 40-0 win for the Liberty Leopards. Latonia beat Venlo 47-0, ending Latonia's 30-plus game losing streak. Congratulations to the Bears. Howland, a safety late in the final 2 minutes, beats Niles at Bo Ryan Stadium 10-8. Jackson Milton gets a win for Brian Shaner in his first year at the head coach of the Blue Jays, 20-13 over Matthews. And East Palestine put up a big number. They put up 40 and then went over Shadyside 40-7.
Yeah, that was a night, Floyd, last night. And we've seen a Liberty team that definitely has a dynamic duo at the running back position. And they could be something, if they can keep that running game going that way, they could definitely be electrifying.
You know, we got to see a lot last year of Warren Harding, and we really liked the sophomore and James Jones that saw quite a bit of playing time in the number 2 spot last year. 414 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last year as a sophomore. It's now his offense as a junior.
Yeah, and the thing about him that we really like as a sophomore, he came in there and didn't show like nerves. I mean, he's calm under even times under pressure. He didn't show that the panic, and to see it out of a young kid, that is great to see. And now, as a junior, it is on him.
You hear the fireworks in the background as the Raiders take the field here at Mollenkopf Stadium. Black pants, black jerseys, gold numbers trimmed in white, black helmets with the spear on the side. The visiting Bulldogs from Canton, McKinley. White pants, white jerseys, red numbers trimmed in black, stripe up the middle, and the Bulldog on the left side of the helmet. And this is a step up. Small football we saw last week is great. We love all the levels, but there is a game tonight scattered with Division I prospects.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we are moments away from the national anthem here at Mollenkopf Stadium, as we will get set for this matchup. The first time Canton McKinley, Warren Harding, looking for their first win against Canton McKinley since October 11th of 2003. The Bulldogs have won the last 5 meetings in a row. And as these two teams take the field today, Dave, it will be the 61st time Canton McKinley and Warren Harding get together on the gridiron.
Yeah, there used to be almost a yearly rivalry at one time. Like you said, it has been a little while now, but I think 2 years ago we were here and we seen a very good ball game until the third quarter, and really that's when Canton McKinley made some big plays and pulled away. But it was definitely an entertaining game, close, and athletes all over the field. So I'm sure we should see that tonight also.
And one of the names to keep an eye on is offensive defensive lineman Ellis Daniels, the son of LaShawn Daniels, who transferred in from North Point High School in Maryland. Just 6'3", 288, and has an offer from FCS Georgetown.
Yeah, I mean, already. And like you said, he got an older brother that's in the NFL. That's a starting guard for the Miami Dolphins this year, originally drafted by the Chicago Bears.
His dad was honored as part of the 1990 state championship team earlier today.
Yeah, this is something, and I tell you, when we're looking at that crowd, as we always get for this game, it's steady piling in. Great night of football too, Mark.
We will pause for a moment of silence here at Mollenkopf Stadium. And now we are just the national anthem away from getting our second game of week 1 underway. And we will keep it right here for the playing of the national anthem. And our national anthem means we are one step closer to football here tonight in the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. The Patricians are looking for post-high school and college talent to join their roster. For more information, check out the Youngstown Patricians on Facebook or call John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. A little bit warmer than it was this time last night, Dave. And we are cooking here in the press box as the sun set, not quite setting yet.
Yeah, there's definitely a big difference tonight than it was last night.
So Canton McKinley has won the toss. They have elected to defer, so they will give the football to the Raiders to begin this one. And tonight's kickoff is brought to you by our friends at the Village Tavern. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern is one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard or online at villagetavern3.com. And we thank them for being part of high school football on the iMedia One Network and Sports Radio 1240.
And this, I tell you, this atmosphere right here, Mark, this gets you ready to want to play some ball, and looking forward to it.
There is an ambulance to our left on the Canton McKinley sideline, and one of our 6 officials over there, not quite able to see what that was, but that seems to be holding us up a little bit here, Dave.
Yeah, there's a few minutes after now. It should have been kickoff, and I'm telling you, that sun is bright like ever, and you never know if any kind of dehydration situations is going on or not.
And this is definitely going to be a night to hydrate as we go. We saw some cramping late in our game last week between Liberty and Camel. Same thing I was told happened at the Howland-Niles game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And so today's the day you always like to say you don't hydrate on game day, you hydrate up to game day.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And I think that's something I learned when I got to college. Because I used to do that the day before the game and on the day of the game, get hydrated, or at least I thought I was, and I wasn't. And the way to do it is really real early in the week, and you amp it up as you go. And tonight is the night that you definitely need the fluids in your body and all the electrolytes.
Yeah, I can't quite, again, see what is holding things up, but I don't know if it's a member of the chain gang, because that one seems to be down there with one of our officials and staff from Canton McKinley.
Yeah, and I do think that's what it is. Still, sorry, like you said, it's hard to speculate, but.
So we also can tell you our game next week for the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. We are going to head to Austintown, where we will have Massillon Jackson and the Austintown Fitch Falcons on the Youngstown Patricians game of the week. Falcons opening up a play today on the road, and we'll be there for the home opener next Friday.
Yeah. Another great facility.
Now, you know what? We are absolutely blessed with fantastic facilities throughout the valley. Now, with the addition of West Branch and Brookfield this year, we're up to 40 schools in our coverage area now playing on turf.
Yeah, I know. And they're coming in, they're all coming in. And I really hate not seeing natural grass. It's something that I've played on for a lot, and it's a lot easier on the legs, but that's where it goes now.
What did you say? Was it San Diego State had the best grass you ever felt?
Yeah, I wanted to lay down. I needed a pillow. That's all I needed, and just lay down and go to sleep.
Take a little nap.
Yeah, I mean, I never felt nothing like that in my life. I mean, that grass was taken care of, perfect.
You know, you look on our schedule, and I think for the most part, we are on turf the entire way this year again.
So. Yep, and that's what happens mostly, like you said, around our area coverage. It's definitely, that's what it is. It's mostly turf.
And, you know, I can remember when I first started doing high school games, there was turf at 3 places. There was turf at Austintown, there was turf here at Mollenkoff, and there was turf at YSU, and that was it.
Yep, that was it. You know, now I will give them credit. You know, this is the turf of today is, miles different from when I played. That was just concrete.
Yeah,
with a little piece of carpet on the top.
I talked to former YSU players. They talked about, just a little bit of padding underneath some concrete.
That's all.
Over there at Stambaugh Stadium. Of course, the Penguins open up their season 6 days from now at home at the Ice Castle, as they will begin their season. And, nice to see a lot of local talent represented, a lot of names that you and I have called over the last couple of years. You got T.C. Cathy, who transferred from Ohio State, who played at Hubbard, who's now at YSU. You got Antoine Gardner. We saw him put up monster numbers as a senior for the Red Dragons.
Yes, sir.
He's the tailback there. Of course, you've got, Brungard at the quarterback spot. He's back for another season to lead that offense after rushing for over 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely, and that's something that was different than in the past. They starting to get some of the local talent, and they should always try to keep some of our local talent right there if they can.
Preseason football for the 49ers on Sports Radio 1240, wrapping up tomorrow night with their last preseason game, 7:30 pregame, 8:30 kickoff for the 49ers, who begin the regular season. It's just around the corner, just a couple of weeks away.
That's it. I mean, it's time.
We kicked off high school football last night. College football begins tomorrow afternoon.
Yes.
And NFL football just a couple of Thursdays away.
That's it.
That's back to it. The Cowboys and
the Eagles. Go ahead.
I wonder who Dave Clark will be rooting for in that game.
Me too. I wonder.
I don't think it'll be the Cowboys, but I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing it won't be unless you start drafting Cowboys, then it may be a whole other story.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you got to take me back about 40 years for it to be Cowboys. 30 years. That used to be my team, but Jerry changed my mind on that.
And for those of you that don't know, Dave, myself, and Michael were all in 2 fantasy football leagues together, drafting Sunday and next Saturday. I'm sure we'll be talking about it as the season goes. But we are ready for the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. Foot into football, and it is going to be over the head of the returner into the end zone for the automatic touchback. And Warren Harding begins with the football left to right here in the opening quarter.
And see how they come out. Like I said last year, definitely was impressed with the quarterback, the sophomore quarterback, James Jones, last year, to come in and just show the poise that he did as a sophomore. And we're just going to see how much he's grown tonight. We'll have that opportunity because the keys were given to him for this one. So
A kickoff, of course, brought to you by our friends at the Village Tavern. All kicks this year sponsored by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. 1st and 10 for the Raiders under second-year head coach Matt Richardson. It is James Jones, the junior, who begins at the quarterback spot. Mike King Adair is the tailback. I'll have single receivers to the right and left side of the formation to begin this one, with a wing to the right side. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Play clock rolling down to 20 seconds. Receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to him on the sweep, trying to turn the corner. And there's no running room on trying to get out to the edge for Matt Richardson.
Yeah.
And he's going to lose a couple yards and bring up a 2nd down and closer to 12.
Yeah, great play by the linebacker, Antonio Stevens. And on the outside there, number 30, he came up and really stuffed that hole quickly.
So 2nd down and 12, back at the 18-yard line, just underway here in the opening quarter. Raiders going to put 2 to the left, wing to the right side, single back in the backfield with quarterback James Jones. He'll hand it to him on 2nd down and long, and bullying his way up the field to the 25-yard lines is Mike King Adair, the junior tailback, getting the start tonight.
Yeah, and he shows some authority in his running ability there to be able to pick up that. He got 6 out of that carry there.
So it sets up a 3rd down and 5 with the ball resting at the 25-yard line. Raiders, of course, in all black for this warm week 1 game. Woo. They will come to the line, twins to the right, twins to the left, single tailback in the backfield with James Jones, the junior. Sends the slot man, Matt Richardson in motion, back to throw, stepping up in the pocket. He's going to be hit, he's going to be sacked and dropped back at the 22-yard line. Coming up to make the play, Antonio Stevens from his linebacker spot for the Bulldogs brings up 4th down.
Yeah, he wanted to go out in the flat. It looked like it was his early read. It was for him, but it was closed up immediately, and he didn't have enough time to really survey the field. So best thing is just put it down and take the sack.
Jerron Edmonds back to punt. Isaac Brooks, the returner. Brooks is just going to back away from this one. This will take a Raider roll inside the 40 and down near the 39-yard line, and that is where the Bulldogs begin their first possession, 1st down and 10.
Yeah, we get to see this offense come out there.
Canton McKinley under first-year head coach Red Z Parnell. Trent Hayden is the quarterback, 5'11", 180-pound senior. Zion Culver will be their feature back this year, 5'8", 170-pound and a senior. We typically see them in a 4 wide receiver set, and of course, as I say that, they come out single receivers to each side and a wing to the left. Culver, the deep back behind Hayden on 1st and 10 from the 39. Hayden taking his time, takes the snap, turns, hands off to Culver. Culver put the ball on the turf. Still loose on the turf. Knocked around and loose at the 25-yard line. They're still fighting for that football.
And it looked like the Raiders were on it. It looked like we'll see, they get to the bottom of that pile, but it looked like the Raiders, oh, hey, I see a Canton McKinley guy with the ball.
So
I
saw initial indication that Canton McKinley had recovered.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The Harding the guy did have it, and once they're down that pile and he gets control of it, he's down, he's already touched. So they did get the ball to Harding.
Ball's at the McKinley 26-yard line.
And so Harding will have the football. And they will have it at the 26-yard line of Canton McKinley. We've got our first turnover of the night. Yeah, and this sets up the Raiders in good field position.
Yeah, the back took his eyes off the ball there on the pitch because it was a good pitch.
Going to put single receivers to each side of the formation.
Okay, you got a slant area that's open for you. You're going out wide.
They're going to hand the football off to Mendez Provic, the senior, and he has stood up at about the 26-yard line for no gain. It's 2nd and 10.
Good job there on the defense there. Chad Davis and Kavion Dawkins.
And if you hear that name of Provic, that is a famous football name here in Warren.
That's for sure.
Stack two receivers tight to the line to the left side. Put one receiver on the numbers to the right side. Jones out of the pistol. They'll run it on second down, and this time it's Provett once again. Broke a tackle, stayed at his feet, spun across the 25 and down to the 24-yard line. Pick up just a couple, but it's going to bring up third down.
Well, I tell you, he earned that one, and good hard running. He's hit deep in the backfield, but he kept those legs churning and was able to get something positive out of it.
So it brings up a third down and 8 for the Raiders. Trips to the left side, single receiver to the right. Running back is to the left of James Jones, who looks to throw. Fires it out quickly. Receiver made the catch. Spun inside the 15. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 14, and that'll move the chains for the Raiders. That's Julius Farrell, the senior, with his first catch and a Raider first down.
Yeah, Jones was actually he knew exactly where he was going with the football, and he executed that perfectly. Got it out there on the outside, get him in space, and was able to pick up that first down.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Pie Valley with an early 8-0 lead over the Mineral Ridge Rams. Poland jumps on top of Salem 7-0 in the opening quarter. Going to run it on first down. That's Provett again, and got back near the line of scrimmage before being pushed back. It'll bring up second down and long.
Yeah, it's a lot. You got to bring the horses there to get Provett. He is not an easy guy to bring down.
Yeah, there is a stable of running backs for the Raiders. They have some depth at that position. No gain brings up second down and 10. Ball inside the 15-yard line. 8 minutes to play in this opening quarter. We have no score. Raiders facing a second down and 10 from the McKinley 14-yard line. And now we've got a whistle that stops play. I think we might have an equipment issue for one of the Bulldogs. So checking in for Canton McKinley is Desmond Parnell, a freshman, wearing 28. So they will get that substitution in, and I'm sure we'll probably see a few hydration breaks as well throughout this game. We're going to run it on second down right up the middle with Mike King Adair, and Adair hammers down to the 10-yard line. He'll pick up 4. It's third down and 6 for the Raiders.
Yeah, safety came up and made a nice hit there, but he had that momentum going forward, and he was able to turn that out for a few more yards.
So third and 6 from the 10-yard line. Jerron Edmonds is the kicker for the Raiders if we see him on this opening series. Single receivers to each side, wing to the right side. Jones out of the pistol with Adair behind him. Adair gets the handoff and able to just get back to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to bring up a fourth down and 6 from the 10-yard line, and a decision coming up for head coach Matt Richardson.
Yeah, we're going to see what he's going to do, try to get some points on the board. Or
they're bringing on the kicker, Jerron Edmonds. So the holder is James Jones, who will put a knee down at the 17-yard line. So this is a 27-yard attempt for Edmonds. Snap down. Jones puts the hold down, and the kick is on the way. And that is good. So Jerron Edmonds hits from 27 yards out. The Raiders take an early 3-0 lead. 6:35 to play opening quarter on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure. We
now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Well, Dave, the Raiders not able to put the ball in the end zone, but they still get points on the board and take the 3-0 lead over Canton McKinley.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and try to get some points on the board when you're down in that scoring vicinity there. I was just shocked on third down they didn't try to maybe go to the end zone with a pass play. And I would have tried that where, if our receiver can get it, and that's the only person that have the opportunity to get it.
And this is a receiving core that is a little inexperienced. I believe 4 of their top 5 receivers graduated.
Yeah.
So Matt Richardson, the lone, coming back with some experience. Time for another kickoff, as always, brought to you by our friends at the Village Tavern, one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Find them at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard. Now they're bringing both teams to the sidelines. They had a little bit of an opportunity to hydrate if they wanted to during the change of possession. We can also remind you, you're listening to Sports Radio 1240, WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus media station, and Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia One network. And high school football season is not even 48 hours old, and we're already into game 2.
Yeah, and hey, I love it, Mark. Every year that we get to be out here and do this, this is just fun. I mean, see these kids go out here, and then it's always nice to see a few years down the road, we look on TV and we see a couple of them playing for different major colleges. And, and even if we don't get to see them on TV, we see them in other places. They're playing and doing well. So,
and that's the thing that I don't think people talk about enough. Just because you don't get a Division I scholarship does not mean you're not a good football player.
Yeah,
there's chances at the FCS, the D2, the D3 level, the NAIA level. It is still high-quality football.
That's absolutely right. So,
and a chance to get an education.
And that's the main thing. So, the guys get an opportunity to continue playing no matter where they're playing at. And, we see guys that might even have aspirations to move to another level and think that you have to be Division I to do so. But that's been debunked so many years ago. And with the ability to scout and do things they do today, I don't care where you at, they'll find you.
There's another delay here, and I don't know if there's an issue with the spot on the turf or what is going on. They've got, looks like, a member of the grounds crew out there with the referee at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I wonder what they...
And they're keeping both teams on the sidelines right now.
Something in the turf, I hope. That's only... Well, that could have happened, too, if somebody gets sick on the field.
So they've got both teams back to their respective sidelines. The Raider fans across from us, the bleachers have definitely filled up since we got here about 5:30. Also, of course, Canton McKinley, we know they travel very well, has a good crowd down below us.
Yeah, they sure do.
And, you talk about turnovers and taking advantage of turnovers, and they didn't get to finish that drive with a touchdown, but at home, excitement, celebrating 35 years of the 1990 state championship team. You heard Coach Richardson in our Cleveland Cobras Coach's Corner say, how can we honor that team? We go out and we win tonight's football game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I'm sure some of those players are on the sideline and they're there, and you want to do well in front of them and really try to reward them with a win tonight. So those emotions be high, Mark, in these type of games, and I love it.
How helpful is it to get that? It's 3, it's not 7, but it's still 3.
Yeah.
And, Edmonds, he banged that in, pretty easily for the field goal. And you get that early momentum against a good Canton McKinley team.
Yeah, you can't, go for it and pass up trying to get some kind of points. You want to try to get some kind of points when you were in the scoring position, and that's exactly what they did.
So they've got the maintenance crew out there on the field. Unfortunately, it looks like somebody may have lost a little bit of their pregame meal on the field.
Oh, yeah, and that's it. With this heat and the way it is today, it's just different. It's not that the temperature is real high. It's around 79 degrees, but that sun is blazing. It's a lot of humidity. And again, if you didn't hydrate the correct way, those type of things will happen.
Right. I mean, you look at the temperature, and it's only 78.
Yeah.
But as we were last week, we will be directly into the sun for about another half hour, 45 minutes or so. But we will be broadcasting from the visitor side at Austintown Fitch next week. So
maybe we won't get it.
We might not have the sun to deal with there.
Yep.
But, you know, you look back at last night, 5 games getting things underway, and I guess the highlight of that, not only the big win for Liberty, but you got to congratulate the Latonia Bears for getting that first win.
Yeah, I tell you, like you said, the travel and then to get that win, I know the excitement on the way home on that bus. I know there was great excitement there when you had a losing streak like that. So I can just imagine it.
And it's one of those where that was a long bus ride, but I bet you didn't feel like a long bus ride coming back from Van Loo.
No, they might have been upset when it finally pulled up because you're so excited, you're so happy, and you're right, the bus ride is a lot quicker.
Time for the kickoff. We're ready to get back underway, and of course the kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. Raiders with the early 3-0 lead. Edmonds set to kick the football. Got to 3 men back deep for the Bulldogs inside their 10-yard line. Kick by Edmonds is away. That is going to check up and go out of bounds. Smart job by the returner to let it play that hop because it was either going in the end zone or going out of bounds. Either one would benefit him.
Yeah, didn't matter there. And that going out of bounds, you know, even benefits them even more. If they bring that ball out there, I think when it comes out to probably around the 35, 40-yard line, right? 35? Yeah,
so they'll put the
great.
ball at the 35 for the Bulldogs. They're going to put 2 receivers. Two receivers to the right. Going to put a tight end to the left with a wing to the left side. So we got the play clock down in under 8 seconds. Hayden under center. Going to give the ball to Culver, and Culver able to slip through a little gap across the 40.
Nice opening there.
Down to the 43-yard line.
And that's the transfer that came in, and he's got some quickness. He gets the ball, he makes a one cut, and he's gone. And that can really be big time for them as they go forward.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. From the 44-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, wing to the right side. They'll reset up front defensively. Turn, reverse, handoff, give it to the tailback. That's Keelan West, the sophomore. And Keelan West is down the sidelines inside the 20, cuts back 15, and West is all the way down near the 9-yard line. Sophomore Keelan West, first carry, is a big one this year for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he absolutely took off through there and broke some tackles on the way. And look at them quickly to the line of scrimmage, and they're ready to roll.
Spot the ball, 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Hayden going to work out of the shotgun, has West next to him to the right side. 2 receivers to the right. High snap, give it to West, and this time he's going to be thrown down for a yard loss back to the 11-yard line.
Boy, that right there, Zaylon Smith, boy, did he come and meet him quickly.
So 2nd and goal from the 11-yard line for the Bulldogs. 5:05 to play in the opening quarter. A 3-0 lead for the Warren Harding Raiders. The Bulldogs knocking on the door. It's 2nd and goal from the 11. Going to turn, hand the football off. That's a new ball carrier inside the 5 and into the end zone for a touchdown for Canton McKinley. See, that is number 5, Isaac Brooks on the carry. And Isaac Brooks has an 11-yard touchdown run for the Bulldogs.
Nice offensive line work there. As I talked about before the game, the trenches is big. And I tell you, they opened up a nice gaping hole that he was not touched as he made it into the end zone.
So they will bring on Tommy Mankowski, the senior who handles the kicking duties. It's a fake. They throw it out to the outside, and that is a 2-point conversion. Braylon Crook, the backup quarterback, fires the 2-point conversion. And Canton McKinley on the trick play, Dave, takes an 8-3 lead.
Yeah.
So 8-3 now the score on the trick play from Braylon Crook. And with 4:48 to play, Canton McKinley jumps up 8-3.
Now that's how you come back after a team scores, come back aggressively, and they definitely did. And that offensive line did excellent job of opening up holes on that drive there, and the running backs had big, clear areas to run, except that one stop. Other than that, they were able to run the football and run it effectively.
So now Warren Harding will get their hands back on the football at the 4:48 mark of this opening quarter, and we've seen a lot of action to get this game started.
There's no doubt about that. And I like what I've seen so far from both teams. You know, they only came out with a field goal, but Warren Harding shows some things there too. So we'll see if they can, combat this with another drive of their own after this kickoff.
So it is a kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. Learn more about them online at villagetavern3.com. Tommy Mankowski handles the kicking duties for the Bulldogs. Gets his foot into this one short kick that they will now actually carry back to the 2. Across the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and shoved out of bounds near the 30-yard line. That's a huge kick return for Warren Harding.
Yep, absolutely.
That looked like McKing Adair on that return. And Warren Harding comes right back and has it at the McKinley 40-yard line. And this is early reminiscent of a game we had where 99 points were scored in 4 quarters.
Oh, my goodness. I will never forget that one. And, I mean, it was hard. I mean, you talking about probably needing a neck brace after that game.
That was
back
Austintown Fitch and Warren Harding?
Yes. That was some game, that one.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Yeah.
From the Canton McKinley 40-yard line. Raiders going to put 2 to the right. Now they'll move a third receiver at the numbers to that left side. Jones takes the snap. He'll give the ball to Provett, running off the left side. Provett's going to gain about 2 yards and set up a 2nd down and 8.
Yep.
Gain of 3 brings up 2nd.
I still believe, in my opinion, they're going to have to throw the football just to keep that defense honest.
How's this for a little surprise on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard? Poland 14, Salem 13 in the first quarter.
Wow, yeah, that is.
Twins to each side. Jones to throw. Fires downfield. Receiver made the catch and spun upfield. Down to about the 28-yard line.
It's just a little short. And see, that's why I think you can do with Jones. Jones is precise and pretty accurate on when he has a decision to make quick throws like that. He's pretty good on them. And we've seen this from last year, his poise that he has. And I just think these guys are inexperienced, but the way you get experience is to start using them.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Running back to the left of Jones, who drops to throw. Fires the quick slant. That had a little too much on it for Austin Blackwell, the junior. And it brings up a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, that had a lot of, matter of fact, 4th down.
Excuse me, 4th down.
Yeah, that had a lot, as they say, mustard. I mean, he fired that one out there and a little too high.
Right, that was a 2-step drop where he decided where he was going with the football very quick.
Very quick, but he needed to put that ball right on the number area. And it was just a little bit too high.
So it is 4th and 2 from the 32. And now we've got a whistle, and we've got a Warren Harding timeout. Timeout on the field, 3 minutes, 23 seconds to go in this opening quarter. It is Warren Harding trailing Canton McKinley 8-3 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
It is decision time for Coach Matt Richardson here in this first quarter. 4th and 2, and they're going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to come out of a stack I formation with Jones under center. Third man through, gets the football, lowers the shoulder, and hammers ahead for the first down to the 29-yard line.
Yeah. I was trying to see who the ball carrier was.
So that was a new ball carrier in there for the Raiders. That is Jalen Murray, number 0, who made that carry. Jalen Murray is a junior for the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
So 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Handed off again, this time no running room for the Raiders. Stood up right at the line of scrimmage, and it's driven back.
Stacked up the line of scrimmage right over 30, Antonio Stevens.
Raiders continue to rotate some backs in and out of play to try and keep everybody fresh.
Yeah, and I even seen that they did that with their offensive line, too. I've seen Daniels go in and out.
They've got Jeremiah Crenshaw in there at a running back spot now. Crenshaw going to line up as a wing to the left, 2 receivers to the right. It's Jones and Adair. They run the ball with McKing Adair, and he's going to have just a bit of short gain, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and long.
Defense is reacting real quick to the run, and I'm telling you, always putting their quarterback in a situation where he has to throw it, and you don't want 3rd and 9s.
So 3rd and 9 from the 28-yard line, under 2 minutes to play in this opening quarter.
Now, if they're able to get this first down, I think then maybe you will try a pass on first down.
Trips to the right, single receiver left side. Jones takes the snap, stands in the pocket, fires downfield, pass caught, spinning down to the 20-yard line. That's Austin Blackwell on the reception.
He's got to be close.
We're going to say it's short, and it's 4th down and less than 1.
Yeah, it sure is.
So Jones will stay at the quarterback spot. They'll substitute a couple of the big guys up front.
This is the trenches that wins this.
This is the big back, Jalen Murray now in the backfield. Murray going to get the handoff, and he'll easily have the first down and more, and this drive for the Raiders will continue. We've seen 3 or 4 different ball carriers in this opening quarter for the Raiders today.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line, under a minute to play here in tonight's opening quarter. And an 8-3 lead for Canton McKinley over Warren Harding. Got 3 backs in the backfield with Jones.
Too much movement back there.
And that's going to be a procedure penalty on the Raiders and cost them 5 yards. Discount Power Sports scoreboard, Mineral Ridge in the Pie Valley. They're now tied at 8 as they play in the first half of action. So 2nd and 15. We approach 30 seconds to play here in the quarter.
First and 15 now.
So put the tight end in motion. He'll set up wing to the left side. They will turn, give the ball to the tailback, who bounced off a tackle and gets his way back to the 20, maybe the 19-yard line for Jalen Murray.
Yeah, and at the end there, instead of bouncing it out all the way, he could have cut up inside, and I think he got even more than what he got.
We've come to the end of the first quarter here tonight from Mollenkoff. After 1, Canton McKinley 8, Warren Harding 3 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
And we welcome you back to Mollenkoff Stadium as we flip ends of the field. The Raiders now right to left to begin quarter number 2, working into the shadows.
Yeah, that's what we get now with the sun starting to go down.
So it will be 2nd and 11 for the Raiders from the 19-yard line. Twins to each side. Running back is to the right side of James Jones. They send Matt Richardson in motion. Jones rolls right, throws back left, and it's off the hands of the running back, McKing Adair, and sets up a 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, they had some defenders out there, but he might have been able to wiggle something and get some yardage there.
So 3rd and 11, just underway here in the second quarter in the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. Over on AM 600, it is Poland 14, Salem 13 on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Jones looking, end zone contact.
Yep, interference.
And there's the flag as the contact came in the end zone.
Yep.
Jones is passing for number 2, Julius Farrell.
Looking for Julius Farrell, but the pass fell incomplete. This is going to put the football
at least around the 5.
I'm going to say around the 4 or 5 yard line. And set the Raiders up with a 1st and goal. So let's see where they're going to set the football.
That's not an automatic 1st down.
Half the distance, he said.
Yeah, still 3rd down.
So it sets up a 3rd down, call it 2 from the 9-yard line. 11:52 to play. First half, 8-3, Canton McKinley. Warren Harding inside the McKinley 9-yard line. 2 receivers right, wing to the left. Adair's the tailback. He'll get the handoff. Steps inside a tackle, bangs off another one.
He might have got the 1st down, but too much dancing. He could have definitely got that 1st down. Once he got to that first level, just continue driving forward and getting that 1st down.
He was between the 8 and 9-yard line. They're going to call it 4th down and 1.
Yeah, that was one of the potential. No dancing.
So we've seen a lot of Jalen Murray on short yardage, and we'll see who they bring in this substitution. They're going to bring out the kicker. They're going to kick this on 4th down. They got Jerron Edmonds out there to kick. Ball's on the 16. So it's another 27-yard attempt for Edmonds. Snap and hold are good. The kick has the distance.
Good.
And that's good for Edmonds with 10:59 to play in the first half. It is now Canton McKinley 8, Warren Harding 6. You're listening to Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. We'll be right back.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Now, Jerron Edmonds has a pair of field goals, and those two field goals have cut this lead in to 2 for Canton McKinley at 8-6, and that's always a tough decision for a coach to make. 4th and 1, and you've got such a good kicker, and they let Edmonds make another one.
Put some points on the board, and you definitely want to do that. I just thought to run it because they have not stopped them on short yardage as of yet.
Edmonds gets his foot into this kickoff, high and deep, and this will break the plane and go into the end zone. Kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern is one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Find them at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard. 8-6 our score, 10:59 to play here in the first half. Both offenses have done well here in the first half.
Yeah, they sure have.
1st and 10 for Trent Hayden and the Bulldogs from their 20-yard line. Hayden takes the snap, stands tall in the pocket, sets his feet, going to fire outside, and that was thrown away by Hayden. It brings up a 2nd down and 10.
Defending on the play, number 10.
Yeah, there he didn't have anybody, and it was best just to get that ball out. And that's exactly what he did, and live for another down.
You can see that experience of Hayden starting multiple games last year for Hoban.
Mm-hmm.
So 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. They run it up the middle.
Good stick there.
That's Keelan West. We've seen a lot of West the last couple of carries, not much from Zion Culver.
Yeah, that's true, which is kind of surprising.
So West will remain in the backfield. After that 3-yard gain, it's 3rd down and 7 from the 23. 2 to the right, 1 to the left side, wing to the right side. Hayden has West next to him. He'll roll to throw, dumps it into the flat, pass caught, and immediately the receiver Elijah Finn pushed out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
Good defensive play, and Antonio Dukes to be able to be there and get him out right away.
That looked like really good coverage downfield, Dave. There was really nothing for Hayden to really go for downfield.
No, he definitely did. So you see the experience that he has at quarterback to look around, he surveyed, see he didn't have anything, and just went to his outlet guy.
So Matt Richardson back to return the punt from Tommy Mankowski, who stands at his 10-yard line. Seen a lot of trickery on special teams for the Bulldogs.
We have seen that. Yeah.
Snap back to him. Gets room and gets this kick away. Richardson calls for the fair catch, but it goes over his head and takes a Bulldog roll to about the 33-yard line. And a big stop defensively for the Raiders. They'll not get the ball back with 10:05 to play in the first half.
Yeah, they get the ball in good field position, too, to start off this drive. So, you know, like we said, we was wondering about the call, but things sometimes can work out good, and it did. Defense had a nice defensive series there, and giving them the opportunity to get this ball in a nice position at the 33-yard line.
On the Discount Power Sports scoreboard, Discount Power Sports, your go-to store for ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit them at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 330-717-4441. Second quarter, Poland now with a 21-13 lead over the Salem Quakers. Raiders getting everybody set. Play clock rolling down. They'll run it on first down. 2 hands on the football as he crosses the 35. And down near the 37-yard line, that's Provitt on the carry for the Raiders. He'll gain 4. It's 2nd and 6.
Yeah, he had a nice hold there. If he got over to it just a little quicker, he might have broke a little bit through that seam, but he's a hard runner, though. No doubt about that.
2nd and 6 from the 37-yard line. 8-6, Canton McKinley leading Warren Harding. Raiders 3 backs surrounding the quarterback, Jones. Turns, gives it to the deep back. That's Provitt, and he has stood up right at the 36-yard line. No gain on that carry. It brings up a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, and they're more, this year we see with the Raiders, they're more when they run, their running game is more of a power game than we have seen in the past. And we've seen the Raiders, they had a lot of speed going outside and getting into the flanks, and they just not doing that.
This was a team that focused on getting bigger, getting stronger in the offseason, and you can run that power game when you are a strong football team. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Jones to throw it. Quick hitter, and the receiver didn't turn around.
Yeah, he did not.
Looking for Julius Farrell, and that falls incomplete and brings up 4th down.
Yeah, he was getting ready to run a 9 route and just streaking straight to the end zone, where that was a play that you got to be looking for the football, and you can make that adjustment. It's you and the quarterback. Make that adjustment, come back and make that catch, because he was actually open.
So it looks like Darius Hill and Shad Davis are back to return this punt from Jerron Edmonds. Edmonds gets away, a knuckling kick that is fielded at the 30, across the 35, 40, cuts back 45 and down near the 49-yard line. That's Darius Hill on the punt return. Cut the field in half for the Bulldogs. They'll start at their own 49.
Yeah, good return there on a long line drive type kick there.
And I know those are the punt returns you like, where you just, you get it and go.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. And that's what you do. You look for a seam, get up in that seam as quickly as possible. And a lot of times once you do that, it's daylight on the other side. So
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers to the left side. Return, reverse, hand off the ball to Keelan West. And West will get 2 down to the Harding 49-yard line. So West has become the primary ball carrier so far here in the last couple series for these Bulldogs.
Yeah, he sure has. And it's been something, because we're looking for other guys, and especially Culver, and we have not seen a lot of him.
2nd and 8 from the Harding 49-yard line. 2 receivers left. Got a tight end and a wing to the right side. Hayden turns, hands the ball off to West again.
Good hard run there.
And West able to get his way across the 45 and down near the 43-yard line, setting up a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, they got a gem in this guy here. I'm telling you, as a sophomore, he runs with authority, and he just bounces off tacklers.
So it is 3rd down and 2. Exactly 7.5 minutes to play here in the first half. 8-6, Canton McKinley leading Warren Harding on the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. Receiver to each side, wing to the left side. They are going to run it right up the middle with Keelan West. West will have the 1st down and more across the 35 and down to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they done found something in this kid here. He runs the ball with big-time authority.
They want to go right back to the line. Receivers to each side, wing to the right. West remains the tailback with Trent Hayden, the quarterback. They'll give it to him again. This time bouncing off of a tackle inside the 30, down near the 27-yard line, and This really opens the playbook for Canton McKinley with good gains on first down.
Yeah, that's the key, because now you can go do a lot of different things. You could run, you could pass, you can do option off. It's just so much you can do now. And you open that playbook wide open.
Second down and a 3. West already 8 carries unofficially for 81 yards in this first half. Second down and 3. Hayden under center. West remains the tailback. He'll get it on the stretch handoff, cuts back across the 25 and hammers his way down just shy of the 20-yard line. That'll be another first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I had to look to see what this kid's size, because it doesn't look big, or he's 5'9", 170, but I tell you, he runs like he's 200, and he runs through tacklers.
So West to the sidelines. Culver now back in there for the Bulldogs.
And I can see them doing that too, because that was about, 5 carries in a row for him.
Single receiver to each side, wing in the backfield. High snap. Give it to Culver. He got tripped up and was able to fall forward and get down to the 19-yard line. He was contacted in the backfield, but fell forward for 1.
Yeah, and that was a tough one too. Good job by Hayden, that quarterback, to gather that snap that was high and still be able to make that handoff. That could have been a disaster, but he did an excellent job in getting it into the belly of the running back.
Canton McKinley with all 3 timeouts. Warren Harding has a pair left for Coach Richardson. Quarterback Hayden going to go under center. Again, he'll hand the ball off to his running back, try to sweep to the outside. That's Culver. He'll be wrapped up after a short gain. It's going to bring up third down and call it 8 to go.
Yeah, good job by Keyshawn Hubbard, who made that tackle and not allow him to get to the outside.
So far, it seems like Canton McKinley's success has been between the tackles.
Yeah.
Harding's defensive success has been on the edge.
Yes, it sure has. Isn't that something?
So third down and 8. 4:40 to play in the half. 8-6. Canton McKinley leading Warren Harding. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. 2 backs in the backfield with Trent Hayden, the quarterback, on third down and 8. Play clock down under 10 seconds. Receiver in motion, right to left. Settle slot left. Turn, reverse handoff to West. And West is inside the 15 and down to the 14-yard line. It's going to set up 4th down and 4 for the Bulldogs.
One thing about West, every time he's running the football, and I'm just on top of him, just watching him, he really has impressed me. He's falling forward all the time.
Approaching 8 o'clock, you're listening to Sports Radio 1240, WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus media station, and Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia One network. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Michael Rickard, and Matthew Craven back at our iMedia studios in Struthers. 4th and 4, and the Bulldogs are going to leave the offense on the field. Looks like West will remain the tailback. Clock continuing to wind down to 3 to 2 seconds. And now Coach Parnell going to use a timeout. 3:25 to play in the first half. Canton McKinley 8, Warren Harding 6. You're listening to Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
So Coach Richardson and Coach Parnell locked up in a good one. These guys know each other very well. They both spent time coaching together at Hoban.
Sometimes you can pick up a guy's tendencies or different things like that. So there's some strategies going on out there.
Trips to the left. Single running back now is to about 2 yards deep into the left of the quarterback.
Okay.
Now we've got a whistle, and Warren Harding will use a timeout. So the chess match is afoot now between these two head coaches.
Yeah, there it is. I mean, you just mentioned that. I just made the comment towards it, and there you see it right there. The chess match goes on now.
And that was a different running back. That was Isaac Brooks, the 5'10", 200-pound senior, who was lined up in the backfield that time on 4th down.
Yeah.
And when you're playing in the bigger divisions of the state and you have bigger rosters, you can have more formation specialization with players.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen how they're trying to keep their entire roster that's out there playing kind of fresh by in and out, a lot of substituting tonight. And that's what they have that opportunity to do that because of the amount of players that they do have.
Sun starting to set off in the distance behind the home stands here at Mullenkoff. You can already feel the temperature in the press box starting to drop comfortably.
Yes.
So we are now down to 1 timeout for Warren Harding and 2 for Canton McKinley. It's 4th and 4 from the 14-yard line. So Brooks is the tailback. 3 receivers to the left. Hayden the quarterback. On 4th down and 4. Hayden gives the ball to Brooks, and Brooks is thrown down in the backfield, and the Raider defense holds on 4th and 4, and a great open field tackle pulled him down in the backfield.
Yeah, he did. You know, the only thing he's worried about is when he started to sling him forward, he sling him to a 1st down, but he got him down back far enough. Good defensive play there.
So the Raiders force the turnover on downs. They'll get the football back with 3:22 to play here in the first half. Down by 2, but both teams have had success moving the football, just haven't been able to finish drives with touchdowns.
Yeah, that's mainly been it.
So single receivers to each side. Jones flanked by a couple of running backs. They will hand it off on 1st down and stood up at the line of scrimmage for a short gain. So give him 1 on the carry. 2nd down and a 9 with 3 minutes to play here in the first half.
See what his strategy is. Is he just going to play this out, try to run the clock down and try to go in at 8-6.
2nd down and 7. Again, 2 backs in the backfield, flanking James Jones. Deep man gets the handoff. That looked like, was that Provett 5 on the carry? It was.
Looked like it, yep.
So Provett gains a couple. It's 3rd down and 6, and we're down to 2 minutes, 20 seconds on a rolling clock here in the first half with Canton McKinley holding an 8-6 lead. Warren Harding turned a turnover into a 27-yard field goal by Edmonds. Canton McKinley got an 11-yard touchdown pass to make it 8-3, and then another Edmonds field goal made it 8-6. 3rd down and 6. They will run it again up the middle with Provett.
Yeah,
he is going to be stood back by the linebacking core coming up for Canton McKinley. That looked like 30, Antonio Stevens, who came up there and led the way.
You know, and all the linebackers were already in the creases early, knowing that they were going to run the football and run it up inside. And like I said, it's in the trenches, but sometimes you have to do something a little different.
Tough to call when you're that close to your own end zone and not a lot of time left in the half.
Yeah, well, I think they need to try to see if they can get on the perimeter sometimes, some misdirections, something just a little different than trying to play power ball. And then it was a big situation too, Mark, because they were in the position, they was trying to run the clock out, but Canton was doing the right thing. Let them run through their plays. They still had 2 timeouts, which allows them to stop it just like they did now, the punt, the change of possession and stop it again. And then they'll still have 1 timeout and opportunity to drive in.
And you would anticipate Canton McKinley is going to get good field position off this kick.
Absolutely.
So Edmonds to punt. 2 men back deep for Canton McKinley.
It doesn't look like they are, but I was going to say I wouldn't have been surprised if they went after the kick. But it doesn't look like they lined up for it, though.
Back to Edmonds. That's Darius Hill back to return. He'll get it across the 50, 45, 40, and driven out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Okay, stop.
And they
stop everything. Keep everything level-headed here. We got a great game. We want to keep it level.
That went into the Warren Harding bench across the field from us. And it seemed like everybody got out of that okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. Nobody flared up. Nobody did anything, so I like that. Good job by both teams.
So Canton McKinley's going to have one timeout in a minute 34. And they'll have the football right about the 40-yard line. They're going to set it down at the 39.
Yeah, I figured they would keep West in. He's been the most effective back. And, you know, the way they do stuff, they spread guys out, leaves a lot of running lanes, and he's a guy that can pop it.
So West is the tailback right next to Trent Hayden. Now we've got a sideline warning on the Raiders. So that's just a warning. The second one will be a penalty. Got to give that room in the white for the side judge to sprint down the field. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Trips right. Single back in the backfield, Keelan West with Trent Hayden, the quarterback. Hayden going to roll to his right, goes underneath. Pass is going to be caught at the 31-yard line by Elijah Finn, the 5'6", 125-pound senior wide receiver.
Yeah, the defensive back for Warren Harding. You got to trust his eyes. He was right there, but he did not react.
2nd and 2 after a gain of 8. Trips now to the left. Hayden rolls that way, throws across his body again, looking for Finn, and that's incomplete.
That was dangerous. I mean, you said the perfect thing that he did. He crossed his body. You don't want to do that, and that could be picked off.
So 3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs. West remains the tailback. Looks like it's Hill, Britt, and Finn in the trip formation on the left side. Play clock, plenty of time, down under 20 seconds just now. So trips to the left, tight end to the right side. It's West at the tailback spot. Hayden gives it to West, and he's swallowed up in the backfield back at the 36-yard line. Raiders say the ball came loose, but they say he was down. It's going to bring up now 4th down for the Bulldogs. 4th and 6 with about 45 seconds to go in the half. Canton McKinley letting that clock roll down. Play clock at 25 seconds.
Yeah, they can roll it down. Doesn't look like Harding wants it either, so they can just roll it down, then run that one more play, or even punt it.
Play clock now down to 6 seconds. And I believe Canton McKinley is going to burn a timeout with 1 second on the play clock, 14 seconds on the game clock. And you've got a little bit of leeway here, even though it's a lead of only 2 points. Do you be aggressive here and take a shot downfield?
Yes, well, I would do it maybe. I would probably do it because one thing you do in high school, kids don't be thinking about it. They'll try to intercept it or do things. You might get a tip and score. Even if they do intercept it, it's downfield. You know, whereas the first thing they used to tell us on things, you want to get that in an INT, but just knock it down because now you can get the ball up here and give your offense at least a shot at going at the end zone. So,
how much of that is just being the smart football player, knowing situations?
That's it. That's exactly what it is. You got to know the situation, what's going on, talk about it. Sometimes you might not be able to get on the sideline, but you can do it in a huddle. You can do it with your defensive backs, your linebackers, and know exactly what you want to do.
So off the timeout by the Bulldogs. That was their last one. They've got 14 seconds. It's 4th down and 6. Trips to the right side. Tight end to the left. It's Hayden and West in the backfield. Hayden dropping to throw. Time. Pressured. He's going to be hit, wrapped up, and sacked, and that'll end this first half of football. And we got a little pushing and shoving after the play. Coming up there, leading the charge was Elijah Daniels, the senior, 6'3", 292. And the Raiders are going to head into, actually they will not. They've got the football with 7 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Now you get at least a shot. Anything can happen. You can get an interference call, anything. Well, you go ahead and try it. You know, but what we done seen tonight, they probably run the ball.
The passing game for Warren Harding has been more of the rhythm quick game than it has been taking vertical shots so far.
Yeah, absolutely so. And I could understand them going in and say, hey, let's go in at halftime. It's 8-6.
So it looks like that is what they will do with Jones, the quarterback. He's going to go up under center. He will take a knee, and we will now head to the locker room. At the end of the first half, it is Canton McKinley 8, Warren Harding 6 on Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio 2.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here at Mollenkoff Stadium, 8-6 Canton McKinley leading Warren Harding here at halftime. Dave, let's take a look at some of the unofficial numbers. First off, for the visiting Bulldogs, sophomore Keelan West, 11 carries, 88 yards. He seemed to get that quickly, and they've been able to contain him the last couple series.
Yeah, they have. He's a hard runner, though, small size. Yeah.
Isaac Brooks, 2 carries for 14. Trent Hayden, 1 for -10. Culver, they've really kept him under control. 3 carries for -11 yards.
Wow, that is something.
Hayden throwing the football 2 for 4 for 11 yards. His leading receiver is Elijah Finn, 2 receptions for those 11 yards. For Warren Harding, McKing Adair, 6 carries for 12 yards. Mendez Provid has 8 carries for 10 yards. Jalen Murray has carried it 4 times for 9 yards. Jones through the air, 3 of 6 for 23 yards. His leading receiver is Julius Farrell. He had 1 catch for 10 yards. Blackwell 1 for 8, and Kai Butler has 1 for 5 yards. And the numbers kind of reflect the score. There's not a lot that jumps off the page in the first half.
No, absolutely not. It's been a defensive game. You know, we had the big play from Canton, McKinley and everything, but basically it's been a defensive struggle, and both teams have played well.
Yeah, it's been one of those where it almost feels like the teams have moved the ball between not the 20s, but maybe the 30s,
yep.
But haven't been able to finish.
Yep, that's exactly where it's at, because once they get inside the 30 just a little, they were able to crack it with the field goals they got, but they're not getting inside the 10 or anything like that. It's been a battle.
Now, we'll get to your keys a little bit later in halftime, but I speculate with both teams, we've seen maybe, one deep shot in the first half.
Yeah.
With that, the safeties start creeping up. Do you anticipate these teams trying to take some vertical shots?
Yeah, I absolutely think Warren Harding needs to, because their whole offense is predicated on running between the tackles. And you almost can start to read that. You got to run. But I think when we look at Canton McKinley and the experience that the quarterback that came from Holman and his statistics from last year, I would think you would try that and try to get some shots downfield, because I think that's what they're going to start doing. They see they're running with a bell and everything, they're going to creep up. And those safeties are going to be right up there in those areas in the box, and that's when you need to go deep.
First half scoring, it was Warren Harding that got on the board first. They took advantage of a turnover, and on fourth down, it would be Jerron Edmonds connecting on a 27-yard field goal at the 6:35 mark of the first quarter, an early 3-0 lead for Warren Harding. Canton McKinley came back, and they were able to get on the board on an 11-yard touchdown run by Brooks. They ran a trick play for a 2-point conversion that made it 8-3. And then on fourth down and 1, just early on in the second quarter at 10:59, they brought Edmonds back out again. This time he connected on a second 27-yard field goal, getting us to our 8-6 mark here at the break. And Dave, what you've seen from Edmonds so far, would you think 35-40 might be within his range?
Yeah, I think so, because, he was kicking those shots that he had, and it had plenty of distance. And when you looked at his leg swing when he did it, it was just nice and gentle. You know, it wasn't like really trying to hammer it or anything. And so I think he got the leg strength to make something from outside. So I think also Coach could be thinking, and continue to play good defense like that, he might be a big part of something down the stretch here.
And that can really be, and we've seen it over the years, that can really be a difference maker, especially if your goal is to make a deep postseason run.
Yeah, absolutely. They have a kicker, and that's one. He's only a junior, if I'm not mistaken. So, this is something that if Edmonds, he's got a future here. He definitely has a strong leg.
It is Canton McKinley 8 and a Warren Harding 6 here at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll go around the valley on the Discount Power Sports halftime scoreboard right here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app. your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Halftime here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, and it is Canton McKinley with an 8-6 lead over Warren Harding. Time to take a look at halftime scores around the Valley, brought to you by Discount Power Sports, your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. You can visit them at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 330-717-4441. On the Discount Power Sports scoreboard, Dave, some interesting games in week one. First half action, Beaver Local on top of Cleveland Shaw, 15-6. Boardman and Twinsburg, they're in a good one, 9-7 Twinsburg, leading that game approaching halftime.
Well, yeah, it's a nice close one. In Twinsburg, I have seen them before. Not a bad team.
Hubbard and Brookfield, they are opening the new turf at Brookfield tonight, and Hubbard treating the host quite rudely, up 28-0 as they play in the third quarter.
Well, like you said, welcome to the new stadium.
This is also a good one. We've done this game in years past to open up the season. West Branch 15, Canfield 13. That game in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's a big game tonight. I think it's actually being televised.
Lowville and Columbiana, they've gone to the break, tied at 14. Cheney and their final season of football, they lead Columbus East 8-6, approaching halftime. This is one of the games we talked about yesterday. I was curious about it, and it has been very one-sided. Third quarter, Crestview 34-0 over Western Reserve.
Wow. We was wondering about the scoring. But it's all Crestview.
See Gerard, a 41-0 lead over Orange at halftime.
Oh, goodness.
Halftime in a team we will see next week. Hudson with a 7-0 lead over Austintown Fitch at halftime. And if you are controlling that Falcon offense, your defense is pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Have them set out right now.
Cardinal Mooney with their first-year new head coach and athletic director leading Lake Catholic 21-0 at halftime on the road. McDonald beginning celebrating their 100th season of high school football, and they lead Champion 34-0 at the break.
Boy, oh, good.
Couple more scores we can find for you. Struthers trailing Notre Dame Cathedral Latin first half 21-8. And Lisbon on top of Newton Falls 35-7. That game is approaching halftime, and you just don't know week one, sometimes week two matchups, what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't. Some teams have not gelled just yet. By that third week, you usually know and start seeing the pattern of how teams are playing and starting to gel.
Can hear the marching bands entertaining us here at the half as Canton McKinley holding an 8-6 lead. We'll take another halftime break. When we come back, we'll get Dave's keys to a second half comeback for the Raiders after this on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We welcome you back to Mollenkoff Stadium. Halftime show continuing with the Raider Marching Band. And Canton McKinley holding an 8-6 lead over the Raiders. A couple more quick Discount Power Sports scores. We'll go to the Major League scoreboard. Pirates 5-0 lead over the Rockies. They bat in the bottom of the fifth. And the Guardians already up 1-0 on the Raiders. That's just underway in the second inning. So, Dave, as you approach this from a Warren Harding perspective, you've shown you've got a fantastic kicker that can really keep you in football games this year, but they just haven't got the offense really going. They've taken advantage of a couple short fields.
Yeah, that's why I think they, just on offense, I think the quick passing game did look good early on. And I think that's what you got to mix in there until you can loosen up and you might be able to get a shot down the field. But mix that in your running game. They're too heavily dominant on inside the tackles. And Canton McKinley is actually starting to defend it really good, and it puts them in third and long a little bit too much. So let's see if they can get that, mix in that passing game, start doing that, get some things on the perimeter, and see if that can just loosen up Canton McKinley.
And, you look at the roster and you see the depth chart of 3 seniors and a junior as your top 4 receivers. But the question there is only Matt Richardson has a lot of experience coming back from last year.
Yep.
So you've got a little bit of experience for your quarterback.
Right.
But not much for your receivers. And that's why it looks like we've only seen the quick game.
Yeah, and I think that's what you're doing. You could get a few, like I said, misdirection runs and also some screens. They tried it once earlier, and it was a little bit of an overthrow, remember, by Jones, just a little bit, but it had potential of being a play made. So that's something maybe they think about coming back to it in the second half. But that's the things they need to start looking at.
No, and you look at, from a Harding perspective, James Jones, we saw him play a little bit, got a series here and there in relief of Chaz Coleman last year. And I don't know if you've been paying attention. That young man has been turning heads at Penn State. He's gotten awards for his work in the weight room.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see him on the field as a true freshman this year for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, I actually do. And in their powerhouse, should be.
Let's hope not. I mean, I didn't say that, did I? I didn't wish anything bad against Penn State.
No, you didn't do it. That was somebody else. But, there's something to see him, to know that we watched him and just see where he's advanced to. That's the one that just, when you put your head down and say, I'm going to grind, that's exactly what he did and been able to get up there and get awards at Penn State.
And, and here's the thing that when I read the story about him that jumped off the page, we saw him last year in a game in Austintown. He had a strip sack for a touchdown. He threw a touchdown. He caught a touchdown.
Yep.
And the thing that I read was last year, that was the first year he played on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, he was always offensive guy.
Now he's a 5-star recruit that went to Penn State.
Yeah.
Somewhere there's a coach that needs a handshake for moving that young man to the defensive side of the field.
For sure to see that, because he looked like he can be a terror. So we're going to see, and I wish him a lot of luck.
How about we wish him individual success, but maybe not his team all the time.
Yeah.
I can't help the Ohio State fan comes out in me.
Yeah, well, you can't. I mean, it's hard to do it.
It's hard to turn it away. We're going to take our final break here at halftime. When we come back, we will get you ready for the third quarter. It is Canton McKinley 8 and Warren Harding 6 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Getting ready to begin the third quarter here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Got to always thank our guys back at the iMedia Studios in Struthers. Matt Craven pushing the buttons for us tonight. Matt Marr over on Western Reserve Radio 1, and Dave Ferris overseeing operations from Studio Control. We've got both teams back out on the field going through their second half warm-ups, and we want to take the time to thank the Youngstown Patricians for being the presenting sponsor of high school football on Western Reserve Radio 1 and 2 all season long. The Patricians are a semi-pro football team looking for post-high school and college talent to join their roster. For more information, check them out on Facebook at Youngstown Patricians or call John Galbraith at 330-540-1099, and they are becoming a integral part of the sports community here in the Valley. And we are definitely excited to be working with them during this high school season. Don't forget, coming up next week, we head to Austintown for Massillon Jackson and Austintown Fitch. Still working on our week 3 schedule. Week 4, we head to McDonald, and we're part of their celebration of 100 years of football for the Blue Devils as they host Western Reserve. Week 5, we see South Range travel to Struthers to take on the Wildcats. And week 6, we've talked about it quite a bit. It is Ursuline and Austintown Fitch. And we are excited to have the voice of the Cavaliers, Tim Alcorn, going to join us on the play-by-play call for that game. And got a chance to meet up with Tim a couple weeks back at the statewide broadcasters meeting in Columbus with everyone from the iMedia One network. We all went down to Columbus for that. Tim was the guest speaker. And I got to thank Tim Streed, the Director of Media Relations for the OHSAA, who brought us all down there for the first time in a few seasons to Columbus to kind of get together, talk, share some stories. And it's always a good time to talk to your fellow broadcasters across the state that have an opportunity to make that trip down to Columbus. And hopefully that is something we will continue to do in the future. And you know what I learned in that meeting, Dave Clark?
What was that?
I learned that you told all of our fellow broadcasters that you were the guy that kept me in line.
Yeah, didn't you like that?
I looked at it, I was like, do I get out of line? I must if you keep me in line.
Yeah, and if we want to check, we got a guy next to you. He'd probably let us know.
No, he would absolutely, definitely do that. But, you know, we talked about it a little bit last night as we're getting ready for the third quarter to begin. 6 straight years together, 7 overall.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, this flies by, Mark, and I love it, though. I mean, we having fun. I mean, this is, people would call it, they say their job.
Right.
This is not a job. This is, you have to entertain. I mean, it's entertaining to us to watch them, and then to do it is just a pleasure of doing it and being able to do this type of thing and just meet all the different people we have met.
A lot of behind-the-scenes work by our crew that's back at the studio. A lot of prep going into it. A lot of difficulty from our chief engineer convincing me to upgrade equipment.
Yep.
And you guys heard, I didn't mention it on the air, but I told him he was right today, which I'm sure he's celebrating in the studio right now.
And as he should.
We go back to the mid to late 80s with our friendship. So it's one of those where you don't hear that a lot, but when you do, you know you've done something.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So Canton McKinley, they won the toss, they deferred, so they're going to get their hands on the football to begin this second half of action, holding a 2-point lead of 8-6. I believe it was a 3-run homer in the bottom of the fourth that gave them the 2-run lead. So if you're just tuning in, yes, it's a pair of field goals for Warren Harding of 27 yards and a touchdown and a trick play, 2-point conversion for Canton McKinley for their 8 points.
Yeah. And that was a great play they had, too.
We've seen several 2-point conversions around the Valley here in the first day plus of games.
You sure have. And boy, has it turned out to be a beautiful night. Definitely.
That's still a little muggy, I would say, but you know what? If it's this way every week, I don't think any of us are going to complain.
No.
Ready for the third quarter, ready for this kickoff, brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. High kick, that is going to carry about 3 yards deep in the end zone. And that'll come out to the 30. And that is where Canton McKinley will start their first possession. Excuse me, at the 20-yard line. That's where they'll start their first possession of this third quarter. See who we're going to see at tailback to start off this series for Canton McKinley. Looks like that is number 5. So it's 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Receiver goes in motion, trips to the right side. They'll run it on first down and into the pile. That is number 5, Isaac Brooks, on the carry.
Yeah, and I tell you there, they also almost thought they was going to call a penalty on that.
I don't care about your radio. I got to call game.
Go ahead on over there.
We apologize for the language that was just used there.
Balls at the 23-yard line.
2nd down and 7 from the 23-yard line. Trips to the left side, single to receiver to the right side, back to throw. That pass is batted down and incomplete, and will.
I think he fumbled the ball.
Did he? Looked like it was deflected. Well, they're going to say that is Warren Harding's football.
Yeah, it looked like it slipped out of his hands. He made to try to throw the ball. It actually slipped out. And what you had just talked about, it being muggy, that got a lot to do with, I think, maybe why that ball slipped out of his hands.
So this will be Warren Harding's football at the 13-yard line. That will be the turnover that gives the Raiders an opportunity to take this lead back from the 13-yard line. Two receivers go to the right. Now they're going to put two receivers to the left side for James Jones. Single back with him in the backfield. They're going to run it with Provett, and Provett's going to be pushed back, and they'll have no gain on the play, and someone lost their helmet. So no gain on that play for Provett.
Yeah, they do a great job inside the tackles and being able to stop that up. They've been trying to get off to the outside, but they're doing a great job against the run.
So it is 2nd down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Trips to the right, single receiver left side. Jones with Provett in the backfield. 2nd down and 10 from the 13. Jones to throw. Fires the slant. Pass is going to be caught down near the 7-yard line, and coming away with the reception, that's Julius Farrell, the senior.
Yeah, he fired that one in there, right in a little window there, too, because their defense was right there.
Balls at the McKinley 7-yard line.
So 3rd down and 4 from the 7-yard line in this opening series. Harding forced the turnover. Now they've got a chance to put some points on the board. Raiders going to bring in a player from the far sidelines on this 3rd and 4 from the 7-yard line. They'll come to the line quickly with 3 seconds on the play clock, and now they are going to have to take a timeout. Timeout on the field, 9:56 to play, 3rd quarter. It is Canton McKinley 8, Warren Harding 6 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here at Mollenkoff Stadium, Coach Richardson elects to use his first timeout. It is 3rd and 4 from the 7-yard line. One receiver right, two to the left side. They will run it, and the Bulldogs are there to stop him in the backfield for no gain. And it's going to bring up 4th down as they swallowed up Provett in the backfield for the loss.
Yeah, and I tell you, that's just what's going to happen, because they're teeing off from that 2nd level, and I don't blame them. You come, they're not showing any versatility of anything else, so you come and come hard.
So that loss brings it to 4th and 8, and it will bring Edmonds on for another field goal. High snap, Edmonds field goal on the way, and it is up, and it is good. 9:16 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Warren Harding with the lead, 9-8 over Canton McKinley on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
We now now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
So for the second time here tonight, Dave, the Raiders have taken the lead 9-8 after holding the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, absolutely. And they said that he might be a big factor there, and he has been kicking that ball.
So Edmonds will set to kick this away. Kickoffs all season long brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard, located at 746 North Main Street or online at villagetavern3.com. Edmonds kick high, deep. This one fielded at the 1, across the 10, outside to the 15, edge to the 20, to the 25, and pulled down near the 27-yard line. And we've seen good special teams returns this evening by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we'll have a. And then that might have been, if he got past that defender there, he had a lot of real estate there.
So 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line, 9:09 to play here in the third quarter. Two receivers to the right, one to the left side. It looks like Keelan West is the tailback, with Trent Hayden, the quarterback. Play clock down now at 10 seconds. Hayden takes the snap, reverse hands off the football to Keelan West. West able to keep the feet driving across the 30 and down to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, good hard run there.
Takes it out over the 30 to the 31.
Kept those legs driving and was able to pick up those extra few yards.
Give him 5 yards. It's 2nd and 5 from the 31-yard line.
And this is the thing we've been talking about, whereas Canton McKinley has a lot more things they can do and open up if they want to at that playbook. When you got a 2nd and 5, you really can do a lot of different things.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right side with Keelan West, the tailback. Turn again, the reverse handoff. West slips through a tackle, stays on his feet, drives across the 34 to the 35-yard line. He's going to be just a little bit shy of a first down. It'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, that was a good run there. And the thing about it, because he was bottled up in the backfield, but quick feet and be able to do some things there. He was able to get in the open there. And it's the first time, and then it might have happened earlier in the game, but I didn't pay attention. Bell and Culver in the game at the same time in the backfield.
So 3rd and 1 from the 35-yard line.
We haven't seen that with both of them in the backfield.
Hayden takes the snap, ball fake, turns around, sets up the screen, receiver makes the catch, dives across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and that'll be good enough for a Canton McKinley first down.
And you have to give a lot of credit to Hayden at quarterback there to stay calm, stay collected there. That defender was right in his face and could have made that sack. He was able to dump it off accurately and be able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10 to the 41-yard line. Clock moving. It's 7:15 to play, third quarter. 9-8. Warren Harding leading Canton McKinley. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Single back, couple yards deep behind Trent Hayden, the quarterback. Going to give it on the handoff.
Boy.
And that time able to push forward for just a couple yards before being driven back.
That was a pop there. Whoever came up, couldn't catch the number. Whoever came up in the secondary there came up with a lot of bad intentions. And that's how you play that defensive back, strong safety side there. Come up and create havoc in that box.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 from the 42. Two receivers, wing to the right, single receiver to the left. Hayden back to throw, fires downfield. Receiver makes a catch across the 50 and pushed out of bounds near the 44-yard line. That's Darius Hill on the catch that'll move the chains for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's wide open too. They're giving the receivers a lot of room. And he had a lot of time to just pick that receiver out, float it out there to him in space, and able to pick up another first down.
First and 10 from the 45-yard line. Fast-moving third quarter as it's 6:13 to play. 9-8 Warren Harding. Takes the snap, reverse hands the football off to Keelan West, and West was a shoestring tackle away from turning that into a big run.
Yeah, that was a big tackle there. And Smith came up from the secondary, number 3 there, and was able to make that shoestring tackle, or he would have been off to the races.
Second and 3 after a gain of 7 down to the 38-yard line. Derek Britt is the receiver to the left side. It's Darius Hall to the right. Also got Elijah Finn in there, who now moves into the slot on the left side. Keelan West is the tailback. Second down and 3. West gets the carry. Fought his way through one tackle and is able to dive forward across the 35 down to the 33-yard line for a first down. West listed 5'9", 170, but he's a strong sophomore running back.
Yeah, he runs with a lot of power and elusiveness, and he's a guy that you can't grab. You can't grab. If you want to bring him down, you got to put a shoulder to him and wrap.
West unofficially 15 for 109 now. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Under 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Drops the throw, fires downfield. Receiver made the catch and got pushed out of bounds near the 25-yard line.
Hayden's pass complete to number 19, Darius.
That's Darius Hill, who looks like he is Hayden's favorite target, at least so far tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're playing a zone, and they're in the area. I don't like this zone. You know that, so we won't talk about it too much, but it's something where it's got a lot of pockets in it. And when you down in this territory, especially inside the 35-yard line, you don't need to do it, because he's just dropping them in there, 8, 9 yards a pop.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. Single back working in the backfield with the quarterback, Trent Hayden. Second down and 2. Ran that right up the middle, up the hash marks. Little gain that's going to bring up now third down and short for Canton McKinley. 4.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. 9-8 Warren Harding with the 1-point lead.
Number 5, Isaac Richard.
Well, I tell you this here, they're still they're mixing it up really well. And they've been coming, like you said, they've been at heel on this side. Let's see how they line up here.
Play clock rolling down, now down under 15 seconds. Quarter clock going to go under 4 minutes to play here in the third.
Yeah, I can see them trying to go at the wide side this time.
Back to throw. Time has the single shot downfield. That pass is going to be caught for a Canton McKinley touchdown. 24 yards from Hayden to Hill, and the Bulldogs have taken the lead back.
Yep. Beautiful pass, right on target. Got single coverage, and I don't even know how he got single coverage when I seen the safety on that side in the seam. He shouldn't have got pulled to the other side. There's no way he should have rotated to the other side. Left that corner naked, one-on-one.
Mankowski looks like he will come on to attempt the extra point. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout called. We will keep it right here. And this has kind of been a back and forth affair tonight.
Yeah, it has been, for sure.
So the lead is 5 at 14-9 with 3.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. And it's been one of those where you've got the punch, counter punch that we've seen so far. This has been one of those games.
Yeah.
where each offense seems to be able to at least answer in some form, whether it be a touchdown or a field goal.
Field goal, yeah, it has been.
So we look at the timeout situations. Warren Harding is down to 1, and Canton McKinley has all 3 of theirs according to the board with 3:50 to play here in this third quarter.
Yeah, I don't even remember them using the timeouts, but those are costly when you use 2 of them in the third.
So it looks like they're going to leave the offense out there, go for 2 in this situation, up by 5.
Yep.
Try and make this a touchdown difference.
Which is a smart thing to do because, I mean, you get 15 and you got a kicker that's been kicking the way he is. You get there twice, he could tie the game.
Canton McKinley, they were down a man. They also are now down to 4 seconds on the play clock. And they're not going to get this off in time. So a penalty flag comes out.
Yeah.
And that'll cost them 5 yards on the delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he probably still will go for it. It just makes it a little different call now, you know.
So, again, 3:50 remaining here in the quarter. And after the penalty, that'll back them up 5 yards. And they're going to keep I believe they're going to keep the offense out on the field. Now there's some wholesale substitutions coming in.
Right.
For Canton McKinley.
Yeah.
3 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in this third quarter. And now they will bring out the kicker and attempt the extra point by Tommy Mankowski. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. Snap and hold are good, and the extra point is up and good, and the lead is now at 15-9 in favor of Canton McKinley with 3.5 minutes to play here in this third quarter, and it's now up to the Raiders to respond.
Yeah, they have to respond, and yeah, the 2 field goals will do it, but you need to get into the end zone, and we see if they can put something together. But they got to get more creative on offense to be able to do so, in my opinion.
They were able to, get that third field goal off the turnover, and that's a situation that may come back to be costly for Warren Harding. They got the ball right about the 11-yard line,
yeah,
and weren't able to take advantage of that turnover.
That's right. Yes, that's when you need to get it in the end zone.
So Warren Harding set to get the football back in this rivalry that is now being played for the 61st time here tonight. The last 5 have gone the way of the Bulldogs. We mentioned it earlier. The last time Warren Harding won a game in this series was back in 2003. So they will bring on Mankowski to kick the football back. This turned out to be another nice Friday night in the Valley. Couple of games to be played tomorrow after having 5 played last night around the area.
Oh. Yeah. We got to tell you, Mark. Now, I'm very curious to see what Harding can do on offense.
2 men back deep. Kick fielded inside the 5, across the 10, 15, 20, 25, outside 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, cuts back 40, cuts back to the 30, 20, 15, and down to the 10-yard line. Just missed bringing that 100 yards to the house. And Warren Harding does respond with that kickoff that sets them up in fantastic field position right at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, sure did. Yeah, and it's sad that he couldn't get to the end zone because that was a fantastic return. It looked like the kickoff team was there first, but he caught a seam on that outside and got a couple of blocks. And man, he weaved and back and forth and used his blocking well.
So the ball will go down at the 10-yard line. 3 minutes, 36 seconds to play here in the third quarter. They're going to bring Canton McKinley to the sidelines. Sounded like the public address announcer said there is a Harding player
injured.
I think it might be the returner. We can't get a number from where we are across the field off the turf.
Yep.
Looks like he's dealing with a cramp issue. It remains muggy. It's low 70s.
Mm-hmm. But that's when you get it there. It was very humid earlier. A lot of sunshine, and then it cools down. And then a lot of times that's when you get a lot of cramping.
So 1st and goal from the 10-yard line for the Raiders. James Jones, the quarterback. Provett is the deep back. He'll get the handoff on 1st down. Spun off the first tackle. Was able to work his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, might even have lost a little bit there, Mark.
They're going to mark that ball back to the 11-yard line, so it is a loss of 1. 2nd and goal from the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I said that's the thing. It's no creative ability on the offense. It just comes out, we hand off, we run in between the tackles. It's not going to get it done. I'm telling you, those linebackers are shooting the gaps right at the snap of the ball.
2nd down and 11. Mendez Provett is the tailback. 2 receivers to each side. Jones bobbles the snap, picks it up, fires towards the end zone.
That's interference.
Was all kinds of contact, no flag.
Well, I tell you, that one, that's so funny because the one they called earlier, I actually think that one was not an interference. And I think the one play right there was. And I don't like to call it because I don't like to call anything on any defensive back.
Seemed like he might have turned him just a little.
Just a little bit. And he was on the back early, too. He was on his back a little bit early.
So 3rd and goal from the 11-yard line. Again, 2 receivers to each side. Provett is to the right of the quarterback, Jones. Slot receiver goes in motion, looking back corner, ball in the air. And the back judge in this play threw the flag that time.
Now that's what I'm saying. There's my problem with the inconsistency of the calls because the play before I thought it was interference. That one I don't think was interference.
Well, the official working the sidelines,
it was right near it,
didn't throw the flag. It was the official working the back line of the end zone that did.
That did. And that's, and just from my sight there. Now, if he's seen something else, maybe so. But from where we could see in our viewpoint, I don't think that was interference on that play.
So they will move the football to the 5-yard line. And it's 3rd and goal for the Raiders. So they will substitute in a couple of new players. Play clock approaching 10 seconds. Jones is asking for the play from the sidelines.
They ain't going to get it done. They're going to lose the 5 yards they just got.
Down to 2 seconds. They snap it with 1. And
now you got no timeouts left.
And Coach Richardson walking up the sidelines asked for the timeout with 2:42 to play.
That's terrible. That right there will make you pull every last blade of hair you have. I mean, you'll pull everything out on that one, Mark.
So the Raiders used their final timeout with 2:42 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Third quarter. That's not good. They have no timeouts now. And
it looked like they were just barely going to get that play off. You don't know how organized it was going to be.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, he had to call it. I get that. It's just the thing that now they have nothing. And that's a problem, not getting the play in fast enough. That play got to be razor sharp. You got to get it in quick.
So Canton McKinley from the near sidelines, Warren Harding from the far sideline. 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. 2:42 to play here in the 3rd. Canton McKinley going to play press on the outside. Jones to throw, fires the slant a little too far out in front. And incomplete, looking for Julius Farrell, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 5. Looks like they will once again bring on Edmonds to attempt another field goal.
Yep.
So 4th and 5. So the holder will put his knee down at the 12. That's Jones. So this will be a 22-yard attempt for Jerron Edmonds. Snap down, kick on the way, and just sneaks inside the run upright and good. And with 2:35 to play in the third, it is now Canton McKinley 15, Warren Harding 12. We'll take a quick break on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
You are listening to Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia One Network and Sports Radio 1240, WBBW Youngstown, a communist media station. Dave, we got a good one. 15-12, the Harding lead. The Harding deficit is 3.
Yeah, sure is. With the 4 field goals, I tell you, that they've been, to the 10-yard line and inside the 10 a couple times and have not been able to get it across that end zone.
So it will be Edmonds, who's been busy with the kickoffs and the field goals today for the Raiders, to kick this back to Canton McKinley. And again, a deep kick. This one probably about 3 yards deep into the end zone for the touchback. And both kickers have been impressive here tonight.
Yeah, because I like the leg that Canton McKinley's kicker came in. You can see that he has a leg too.
So Canton McKinley will take over 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line, left to right here in this third quarter. The Warren Harding band off to our left, the Canton McKinley band underneath the goalpost to our right. All part of the atmosphere of Friday night high school football. So I'm not quite sure what the delay is, but I think now we're ready to get back to action. Hayden takes the snap. He'll hand it off on 1st down, and West is going to be bottled up and thrown back at the 16-yard line. That's where their spot is forward progress stopped.
Yeah.
He's going to lose about 4 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 14.
Yeah, they jumped on that one really quick with the strong safety and the linebacker jumping up inside the gaps there and clogging that up.
2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 15-12, Canton McKinley leading Warren Harding. Hayden looking to the sidelines for the play call. Now they're ready to go. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. Single back behind him. He'll turn and give the handoff to West, and this time West has a little bit of a gap and bounces it to the outside across midfield. 50, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. That is Keelan West, the sophomore, taking it to the house for a Canton McKinley touchdown.
Yeah, once he got to the outside, he picked up 1 block, and then after that, it was off to the races, and they were not catching him.
83 yards on the run by West. And just like that, Canton McKinley takes a 21-12 lead. And unofficially, that gives him 17 carries for 189 yards and that touchdown.
So he's had a great game tonight.
Mankowski on for the extra point. Crook will hold. Snap and hold are good. And the kick is also good. 1:31 to play here, third quarter. And the lead is now double digits at 22-12. And This is going to force the offense to open it up a little bit now, trailing by double digits. And we've also got a player down on the field, back at the 5-yard line. Cramps starting to become an issue now here for both teams later in the game.
Yeah, that's it. I'm telling you, start to cool down, and this is when it starts happening.
Now, we mentioned it. We talked about Zion Culver, transfer running back that put up big numbers last year, but it's been a 1-2 punch, but West has been exceptionally impressive.
Yeah, he's been impressive. Is this his running style, determination when he's running the football? Just a different thing. And but I do think they do have a 1-2 punch, because you've seen Culver run earlier in his first couple carries. You can see he can be an exceptional back also, but once they seen the West, what he could do, you just had to keep going to him.
He's shown, the ability in between the tackles, bounce it outside, good vision.
Yes.
Got a lot of talent for a sophomore.
Yes.
So 2 men back deep for the Raiders inside their 5-yard line for Tommy Mankowski. 1:31 to play, which seems to be a lot of scoring in this third quarter has made it be a little longer.
Yeah, sure has.
So Mankowski has the ball teed up on the X at the 40-yard line. And they've got 2 returners inside the 3. This is going to be a low line drive kick that goes through the legs of the returner. And there's a flag, so you got offsides on Canton McKinley, so that play was stopped. We've seen both special teams units, both return games do very well for both teams, and trying to just put that ball on the turf and eliminate the big return.
Yeah. And I think that's exactly what they were trying to do.
22-12. We've got 91 seconds to play here in the third quarter. So they back the football up on the offsides to the 35-yard line. Both sides lined up, ready to go. This one, a little more distance and air on it from the 10 to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, outside 35, 40, 45, and near midfield before going out of bounds. That's Mike Adair, who has been a weapon in the return game tonight.
Yes, he has, and that's about his third big return there.
1:22 to play in this third quarter. Now, how will Warren Harding respond with the football at their 46-yard line? Waiting for the Raiders to break their huddle from the far sideline. They got the polite whistle from the officials. Let's go, guys.
Yep.
Come out with 2 receivers right and 2 to the left side. Single back, 3 yards deep behind James Jones on 1st and 10. Gonna run it on 1st down, 2 hands on the football.
Ball is loose.
Loose ball on the turf, and
I think that ball.
It is Canton McKinley football. So Canton McKinley with a 10-point lead has now come out of the pile with the football. And they will start this drive in Raider territory with 1:15 to play in the third.
Yeah, you gotta have, you're going inside, running that ball. You gotta put 2 hands on it and make sure you got it wrapped up tight, going up inside. And they jarred that one loose with a nice hit, and then they converged on the ball.
1st and 10 from the Harding 48-yard line. Going to put 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. A wing to the left side. Hayden looking to the sidelines, puts a man in motion in Finn. They will give the football now, take it and throw it to the opposite side to Darius Hill. And Hill is going to be close to, and I believe has a first down for Canton McKinley.
Very nice play call there, and that's what I'm talking about. Get a guy in space. You don't have to always go downfield, but just you can get quick throws, get them in space, and they giving a lot of room.
So 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. That's West, the single back, behind Trent Hayden. Reverse the handoff to West again. This time runs into a couple of defenders. Looks like Probert there with some help to make the stop. Short gain. Going to give him just about 1 yard and set up a 2nd down and 9. And it looks like the Bulldogs are going to be content to just let the final seconds of this quarter run out as we're down. Only the clock stopped at 3 seconds momentarily. And we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. After 3, Canton McKinley 22, Warren Harding 12 on Western Reserve Radio and Sports Radio 1240.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Right back here to Mollenkopf Stadium as we get set to begin the 4th quarter. On the Discount Power Sports scoreboard, they're late in the 2nd half, and Poland with a 41-19 lead over the Salem Quakers. Canton McKinley right to left to begin this 4th quarter, brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House. Hayden takes the snap, gives the ball to West. Running off the short side, and not much running room for the sophomore. West sets up a 2nd down and 9.
I'll tell you, they're going to go ahead and everything is in their hands now. They can run the football, take their time, and they know that if they can get to the end zone one more time, they can almost seal the deal.
3rd down. 8 yards from the Harding 36-yard line.
Way too much room over here, I tell you.
Play clock down to 10 seconds. Takes the snap, rolling out, going to take a shot. Has a man out there and off the hands of his intended target, Elijah Finn, who broke open, and that pass will fall incomplete.
And a lot of people might, I can see people right now say, oh, he dropped that ball, but that was a hard type of pass to catch. Over the head, had to make the adjustment to try to get it. And I thought he was going to pull it in, but was unable to hold on to it.
So 4th down and 8.
Now, at a different level, Mark, you say a different thing. If he was at a different level, then he got to make that catch. We're at the high school level, so good effort on his part.
Absolutely. Did a nice job to track that football over his shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely.
While trying to stay in bounds in that far corner of the end zone.
Yes.
4th and 8 from the 36-yard line. One receiver right, two to the left side. Hayden on play action. Going to take a shot down the
Got him
seam.
again.
Has him open this time, and he holds on to the football for the touchdown. A 36-yard touchdown pass. They went right back to him.
Yeah, I like
Hayden
that.
to Finn for the touchdown.
I like that. That's what you do. You know, reward him for his effort. Instead of let's hollering at him and hey, you dropped that ball. Give him another opportunity, because that was a great adjustment on his part to try to make the catch and to go right back to him, keep his confidence up. He makes a great grab and scores.
So Tommy Mankowski will come on for the extra point. Canton McKinley pulling away, leading 28-12 here in the fourth quarter. Snap down, extra point on the way. They had a good rush, but he was able to just sneak it up through. And good. It's now 29-12 in favor of Canton McKinley, as they've been able to kind of break this run of scores back and forth and now expand their lead to 17 with about 11 minutes to play in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, they sure did. They were able to do that. And that, like I said, that one could seal the deal right there. They've been able to show some offensive of explosion.
Tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House, your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's Pierogi House on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Call Lena's Pierogi House at 234-254-8532. And we know from firsthand experience, you want to go check out Lena's in Hubbard.
Yeah, for sure. Just make sure once you get done there, you're going back home to lay down.
Right. Don't broadcast a high school football game.
Don't try it.
I do not recommend it. I may or may not be speaking from experience.
That's right.
And don't forget, San Francisco 49ers preseason football tomorrow here on Sports Radio 1240, 7:30 pregame, 8 o'clock kickoff as they wrap up the postseason. And 49ers looking for a bounce-back season after not making the playoffs last year.
Yeah, they just added some more talent to their backfield by picking up Brian Robinson from the Washington Commanders.
I saw he was on the move, that they were looking to move him before the season started.
Yeah, he's actually traded. He's already done. He's in San Fran now.
So this kickoff is going to be brought to you by our friends at the Village Tavern in Hubbard. 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, or online at villagetavern3.com.
Yeah, well, they didn't care about kicking the ball out of bounds and giving it to him at the 35. They did not want to see that kick returner anymore, as he's had a great night and return the kicks.
They're talking about my King Adair, who has been what a threat he has been in the return game.
Yeah, you don't need to get his hands on the ball, and that's the way, because basically they've been doing great against their offense.
Guardians and Rangers now tied at 1 in that game at the ballpark at Arlington.
They take the penalty. What is they doing here? Forcing them to kick again?
They might be.
And it looks like it.
So that's going to give us another Village Tavern kickoff. We thank the Village Tavern for jumping on board to be part of our high school football broadcast this year. Newly remodeled. Let's go check it out in Hubbard. 29-12 is our score. Canton McKinley with the lead. So they are going to opt for the re-kick, knowing just how good the return game for the Raiders has been today.
Yeah, they've been trying to do some different things now. Kicking there from the hash mark, try to keep them bottled up in one area.
Next week, we head to Austintown for Massillon Jackson and Austintown Fitch here on the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. Returner standing at the 5-yard line. Strong-legged senior kicker Tommy Mankowski this time pops it up. It's fielded at the 30 and brought back down the sidelines across the 40. And this will give the Raiders good field position with just under 11 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
See what they can drum up here.
Raiders trying to get something going offensively. Been held to just 4 field goals so far tonight.
Yeah.
It has been an impressive performance by Jermaine Edmonds, their junior kicker, who's got another year of high school to go.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say any. And then he's done kicked the ball out of the end zone, basically on the kickoff.
First pass is going to be complete to Farrell, who gets to the outside across the 50, 45, and he'll get thrown out of bounds near the 40-yard line, right in front of that Canton McKinley bench. Got a little bit of help up. Love seeing the sportsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
So Julius Farrell with that reception. It's a first down to the 39-yard line. Now we've got a stoppage in play for an injury.
Now I'm looking back up on the clock. If you notice, it looked like they put one more timeout back up there for Harding. I don't know if that's a mistake or if I'm looking at the wrong thing, but it's showing one timeout now.
No, it is gone from 0 to 1. That's a good pickup by you. Trying to see where the injury is. It's right here at the 50-yard line. Looks like one of the Canton McKinley players got a little bit cramped up, but good to see him up and heading to the sidelines.
And I know that was a nice play there, and I'm sure a lot of the Warren Harding fans and everything watching and saying, hey, why haven't you been doing that all night? Well, the defense tends to play a little bit more lax defense, and they are doing that. Lots of space now, and you can do a couple things.
Jones to throw it. Fires downfield in the corner, jumped the route and batted the ball away.
Mm-hmm.
Great anticipation by the defensive back for Canton McKinley to jump that route and knock the ball away.
Yeah. And that shows you a little twitchiness you may have there. That's what you want your corners to have.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard, fourth quarter. It is now Poland with a 42-26 lead over the Salem Quakers. Salem returns a 3-year starter at quarterback for Coach Ron Johnson. 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line of Canton McKinley. They're going to run it with Adair. And Adair took a big hit from one of the linebackers who came up.
That's Stevens, who's had a very good game tonight.
So that's going to be a short gain. And bring up 3rd down and at 9 for the Raiders. Two receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 10 minutes, 12 seconds to play here, fourth quarter. 29-12 in favor of Canton McKinley. Jones to throw. Going to take the deep shot downfield. Ball floats and is intercepted as the safety came over. He'll bring this one back with an escort down the sideline, looking for one more block, and he's going to take this back to the house for a Canton McKinley touchdown.
And I've seen no effort on the offense of Warren Harding to actually get over there, except the quarterback and one lineman that really went over the other ones. You just seen them jogging. Once they seen the interception, it was just like, that's it, I'm done. And checked out.
So that interception brought back to the house by Canton McKinley. As the way that ball kind of floated, either the safety or the corner had an opportunity to make a play before that 92-yard interception was returned to the house.
Yeah, because either one of them could have took that in.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard. You've got a final. Mineral Ridge 29, Pymatuning Valley 8. That was an 8-0 Pie Valley lead early. And then Mineral Ridge turned it on. Andy Hake gets his first win at his alma mater as the extra point is up and good. And with 9:50 to play in the fourth quarter, Canton McKinley 36, Warren Harding 12 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here to Mollenkoff Stadium, fourth quarter being brought to you by our friends at Alina's Pierogi House in Hubbard. A 92-yard interception returned by Canton McKinley has pulled this game wide open now for the Bulldogs as they lead at 36-12 with just under 10 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. And you mentioned this a little bit last night. When the game has kind of gotten out of hand late, it's an opportunity for the coaching staff to see, who's going to put the effort in and who's not.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I be watching to see if guys still playing and selling out to play. When you just go and just, wrap it up, I'm done. Yeah, boy, I got to find another guys to get in there.
Tommy Mankowski to kick. He'll put this one on the ground, takes a big hop across the 25 to the 30. And he'll pile up at the 34-yard line. And that is where Warren Harding will take over. Quarterback spot for the Raiders, manned by James Jones throughout this entire football game. His backup is freshman Satavian Hill, who we've seen holding on special teams.
Yeah. You see what happens here in this last 9 minutes and 44 seconds.
So the football spotted at the 35-yard line. The Raiders will take over left to right here in this fourth quarter. Jones remains the quarterback. Looks like it's McKing Adair, the tailback, with him. Trips to the right, single receiver left side. Jones to throw it. Going to try and throw back across the field. That was read well once again by big number 30, Dave, who was there to make the stop and did a good job to stay in position.
Yep, stay right there, stay home, read his keys, and then he's right there to be able to make that tackle.
So that's a loss of 4. It's second down and 14. Ball back to the 31-yard line. Raiders break the huddle. They'll come out with twins right and left. Provitz the tailback with James Jones the quarterback. Jones, 3-step drop, stands in the pocket, eyes downfield, fires downfield, receiver makes a catch across the 50 and down to the 47-yard line. That's Matt Richardson, who came open on that crossing route for a big gain.
Yeah, and that was a nice zip on that ball by Jones, too. Looked over and did a little progressions there. He looked at one receiver, didn't see him open, came back across the middle, and he put that right on target.
So first and 10 for Warren Harding to their to the 48-yard line of Canton McKinley. Again, twins to each side. Jones, 3-step drop. Going to fire another dart downfield. That was deflected and almost intercepted.
Yeah, they playing great inside-outside defense on that there. It looks like my favorite defense that I don't hate. Cover 2, and that, I mean, he had it there. That's okay out there to have cover 2, but they're actually tricking him, and he's thinking that receiver can hitch up and be wide open, but he's not. The man in the box is not dropping off. He's just coming to the flat, and when they throw the ball, he's just breaking on the ball, and that's 2 that he almost got, and they go to the house on it.
That ball's in the air a long time.
Yes.
On those long out throws.
That's right.
Second and 10 from the 47-yard line. Raiders again, twins to each side. Jones out of the pistol formation. Takes the snap, rolls to the weak side, throws downfield. Receiver makes the catch and goes out of bounds near the 35-yard line. That's Austin Blackwell, the junior, on the completion. And another first down for the Raiders.
That was a good throw there. Got it to his receiver there. That was definitely a nice throw.
Most of the throws we've seen, they've been, standing in the pocket, making throws. That was a strong throw on the run.
On the run, yeah.
First and 10 to the McKinley 34-yard line. 8:22 to play, fourth quarter. Canton McKinley 36, Warren Harding 12. Jones takes the errant snap, goes downfield, and we're going to say that's incomplete.
Yeah, you got to quit playing with fire.
Close to a lateral there.
Yeah, almost.
We saw a couple of those this summer, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Saw a little bit of everything.
Yeah, well, we always get to see all kinds of things in the summer.
So second down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Raiders, again, twins to the right and left side. Jones takes the snap, 3-step, now deep drop, 5-step drop. Has a man break open, and just a little too much air under the throw.
Yep.
Looking for my King Adair, and it's going to bring up a third down and 10. On a night where we celebrated the 1990 Warren Harding State Championship team, the first year after the merger of Harding and Reserve. Can't believe that was 35 years ago.
Wow. I mean, I don't know where time goes, but
it goes fast wherever it goes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Jones to throw.
Nice throw
Second
there. Option
downfield. Hit his man in stride across the 20 and down near the 17-yard line. That's Kai Blucher on the catch and a first down for the Raiders.
Yeah, I definitely like that throw. We got another guy down.
We got a Canton McKinley player cramping up at about the 15-yard line. We've got 8:07 to play here in tonight's fourth quarter. And we've seen, obviously, it's not as the defense has backed off a little bit than they did earlier, but this drive has to give Jones a little bit of confidence going into week 2.
Yeah, and also should get a coaching staff some confidence in making these calls to maybe start implementing some of these things during their regular game plan, because they got powerful running game inside, but once you can really just read that's what you're going to do, they're going to clog it up, especially a good defense, and Canton McKinley has a very good D.
And talking to their coaching staff earlier, I believe a team from New Jersey's coming into town to face them next week.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they play the football that we do in New Jersey.
Yeah, some places. Some places they do. You get maybe in the Newark area and places like that. Yeah, they got some big-time players that play in that area. But I don't know if they're playing any of those type teams. I don't know who this team is they playing.
First and 10 from the 18-yard line. Jones has trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Running back is Provitt, who now moves to his right side on first and 10 from the 18. Provitt looking to throw. That pass incomplete, miscommunication will fall incomplete. Second and 10 from the 18.
Yeah, it looks like he's throwing to spots. They have 1-2 step and then throw. And he's throwing to spots because guys might not be running their routes exactly right. That's why the ball is behind them, overhead, and it looked like that's what he's doing.
So is it difficult in that situation? Is that the receiver or is that the quarterback?
Yeah, well, it could be a combination of both. They got to get on the same page because you got to know, hey, spot throw me, or if the secondary is playing a certain thing, then you could throw to an area. You can watch him and throw it to him then.
Twins to each side of the formation, running back to the right. Jones to throw, looking for the fade into the end zone. Ball up for grabs, flag on the play, and caught for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a great throw there. Now that was, and the catch.
That was in a double coverage as well.
Right in the double coverage. He split them. Was that penalty flag? I thought that was a... I don't know what that was.
I'll have to sort out the penalty. The ball was caught in the back corner of the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
It seemed like they're not taking it back. I don't know. That thing looked like a beanbag. And I was wondering why it was thrown.
Holding on the touchdown will be taken on the kickoff.
So you heard that in the crowd, Mike. There was defensive holding.
Okay.
So they'll enforce that on the kickoff. Rangers back in front 2-1 in Arlington over the Guardians in the first of 3. Snap down, kick down, and the extra point is up and good. 7:47 to play here in this fourth quarter, brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House. 36-19, Canton McKinley with the lead. And we'll see if the Raiders elect to onside kick here. Well, Dave, we're just about through one full week of high school football. We'll blink and it'll be the first weekend in December.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about that. But that's right. That's just how it goes. I mean, I remember this last August, starting off, it was beaming. We said, oh, man, we got a big season here. And before we know it, it was over.
And we've got a 12-game schedule coming up this season.
Yep.
In combination with Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio 2.
Yeah, a little different than normal. 12 games, so that's all right, though. Keeps us busy.
It sure does. So the penalty is going to move the football up to midfield. And the football given to Jerron Edmonds.
And he did an excellent job, too, is getting that schedule together, Mark. I got to give you credit on that and getting the games that we, the potential of what they can be. And it's this score is not indicative of how good this game really has been.
It's always a challenge putting that schedule together because you put it together and you think what something could be, and you just kind of have to wait and see. Edmonds is going to kick this one away, and it's going to be about 9 yards deep into the end zone. And Canton McKinley will get the football back with 7:47 to play here in the fourth quarter, up 36-19. When we talked about it, Canton McKinley's got some newer players that they're mixing into the offense, and they saw a sophomore running back today step to the forefront and show what he can do in Keelan West.
Oh, yeah, he showed me something. I couldn't believe it when I looked at the chart there and seen that he was only a sophomore. I said, boy, did they get a fine there, because that guy runs with authority.
So 1st and 10 for Canton McKinley from the 20-yard line. Going to run it on first down. And they'll get about 5 yards, make it closer to 6 out to the 26-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and long 4 for the Bulldogs. Looks like a lot of those first-teamers still in there for Canton McKinley.
Yeah, it looked like is that Culver? I don't know who that is, the backfielder. It's not. I thought it was West back there, but it's not him.
It might be. Is it Culver? 24?
Yeah, it's 24.
Okay.
Yep, it is Culver. And he hasn't had that many carries technically tonight anyway.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. He's going to get the carry on 2nd down, and this time Warren Harding there to stop him right about the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd down. Discount Power Sports scoreboard final over on AM 600 WRQX Poland and Coach Pavlansky. They start the year 1-0, 48-26 winners over the Salem Quakers.
Yeah, that thing was good and close early. And then Poland just started to pull away from them.
A lot of people talking about a lot of returners, a lot of experience back for that Poland team for this season.
Yeah. And that's what you might have seen. The game was close, like I said early.
Culver remains the tailback on 3rd down and 4.
Whoa, wow.
He's going to get the handoff, and he got absolutely hammered in the backfield.
Yeah, it looked like that was West.
It was West.
I tell you, I like how he ran there. He couldn't get no running going that time, boy. That we're in there. But I tell you, he's a kid that I know I get him on the weights, keep his flexibility good, and allow him to get bigger because he's a weapon.
So that was Warren Harding's final timeout. So there was a little bit of a mix-up on the scoreboard. The Raiders will take that timeout just under the 6-minute mark here, Dave, of the 4th quarter, and just trying to build some momentum heading into week 2.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. And, you know, if Harding, I'm looking at Harding, if they get the ball back, they want to try to move the ball again like they just had. Nice drive and something to build on.
So 4th and 6 facing Canton McKinley. Raiders now out of timeouts. Bulldogs have a pair.
You know, Mark, the Raiders definitely had opportunities tonight because they had the ball down in the red zone a few times and not able to capitalize, but put field goals up on the board.
So Mankowski to punt. Single returner back. Dropping deep now inside his 40 down to the 35-yard line. So he'll stand at the 10-yard line. Low snap, but he's able to pick it up and get the kick away. Bobbled it, picked it up off the hop, and then got dropped right near the 45-yard line. So we'll have to see what this penalty flag is that is back at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, if it's roughing, it'll definitely be a first down. If it's running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker. 5 yards.
So it's a 5-yard penalty that would bring up 4th and 1. With 5:51 to play here in tonight's 4th quarter. Again, 4th quarter brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House in Hubbard. And I think we can officially say football season is fully underway with high school beginning last night and tonight, college football tomorrow, and the NFL just about 2 weeks away. So they will decline the penalty, and Warren Harding will get the football.
And that's a coaching staff there that looks across the field and see a guy that he doesn't coach with and say, hey, we're up in this game. We should have this locked. We're going to go ahead and allow y'all to take that ball because right now they could have just said, hey, we'll go for it on, 4th and 1, and they did.
So Warren Harding will get the football with the ball resting at the 40-yard line. They're going to have 2 receivers to each side of the formation, and Mike King Adair, the tailback. Adair to the right of Jones, who drops to throw. Has time. Single coverage downfield, and that ball floats a little too far downfield, looking for Julius Farrell, and incomplete. So it brings up a 2nd and 10 from the Raider 40-yard line with 5:46 to play in tonight's contest. Definitely given the opportunity for the Raiders here to kind of open it up, see what they have offensively to stretch the field.
Right.
Trips to the left, single receiver to the right side. Single back into the backfield with Jones. 3-step drop, slings the ball downfield, and no one home. He had to unload that one just a little before he wanted to with the pressure up the middle. And it brings up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with going downfield, but I think you still work on the key objects of the game, and I would still be trying my crossing routes, screens, all that. Not just chucking it down the field.
Raiders come to the line of scrimmage. Again, twins to each side of the formation on 3rd and 10 from the 40. Jones takes the snap, drops back, feeling the pressure, step up, looking to run for the first time, but he is spun down. The ball may have come loose. Canton McKinley's going to come out of there with the loose football. They're going to bring it back 30 yards for a Canton McKinley touchdown. And there is an injured Raider back at the 39-yard line.
Yes.
Who's
the quarterback.
Slow to get up. That is Jones, who got some help from his offensive line. And Canton McKinley returns the fumble back for a touchdown. And it's now 42-19 in favor of the Bulldogs. So it's Jerron Edmonds, the junior kicker, who will come out to attempt the extra point, and a variation of the swinging gate for the extra point. So Mankowski for the extra point. Crook will hold. Snap down, kick on the way, and that one is up and good. And it seems like the Raiders they're just almost there to block that extra point. They're getting good penetration.
Yep, they are.
5:26 to play in our fourth quarter. It is Canton McKinley 43, Warren Harding 19. And what's turned into a tough night for the Raiders, Dave. And the winning streak for Canton McKinley will grow to 6 in a row.
Yeah, 6 in a row there. And almost identical of what we've seen before. When it's in that third quarter, things start to fall apart. And we've seen the same thing tonight.
So after the turnover, Canton McKinley will kick the football back to Warren Harding with 5:26 to play in this fourth quarter. We'll try to get you some updated final scores. Games going on around the Valley tonight on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. As most games, as we are nearing 10 o'clock, getting ready to wrap up. Got a final for you. Hubbard goes to Brookfield and shuts out Brookfield 48-0 in the season opener for those two teams. Canfield and West Branch last reported a good one, 26-21 Canfield in the fourth quarter. LeBray starts the year with a win, 49-8 over Cardinal. Crestview a 34-0 win over Western Reserve. And this kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. And that's going to be a live ball at the 45-yard line, and then a pile up for possession. And Canton McKinley's coming out hitting here in the latter stages of this fourth quarter. So the Raiders will maintain possession of the football with 5:18 to play here in the fourth.
Well, we see here.
Cardinal Mooney with the win tonight. They beat Lake Catholic 30-13. So they will start off 2025 with a victory.
Yeah, with their new coach, right?
Yes, first-year head coach and athletic director. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Got a different quarterback now in there. See who that is for you. He will run it on to first down. And it's a dare across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
There is the guy.
That is number 15. That is Amir Cobb in there at the quarterback spot. So gain of 6, 2nd and 4 from the 49-yard line. 4 minutes, 42 seconds to play, fourth quarter. Raiders going to put 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. Cobb going to roll to the outside, looking downfield, fires and overshoots his receiver. That might have been Richardson on the far sidelines. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Raiders.
Number 15, Barry Cobb's pass to 10 of 10. Matt Richardson, ball's incomplete.
So Cobb getting the play call in. He'll have trips to the left, single receiver to the right side on 3rd down and 4. Takes the snap, looks to throw, fires downfield, and that pass is going to be caught, but about 2 yards shy of the 1st down. Another long throw, Dave, that was in the air for a while.
1st down. I was wondering with the referee closest to us where he was standing. I was wondering, I said he's right at the 45. So that was a long throw. He got it over there, though.
So 1st and 10 from the 45 as we approach the 4-minute mark here of tonight's 4th quarter. Cobb's going to keep it, going to run with the football, breaking tackles across the 35, 30, and down to the 29-yard line. Mari Cobb will keep it and get the 1st down on the ground.
Yeah, that's how you do. You get these young guys in there and you see what they may have.
So 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Looks like that's Provett in the backfield with Cobb. Movement up front, and that's going to be an easy 5 for Warren Harding, and it'll be 1st and 5 from the 25.
Yep.
Haven't had a chance to talk about this beautiful facility they've built off to our left, this multi-purpose facility for the student athletes and the community here in Warren. They've done a great job with that.
Yeah. We was looking at that early, and it's just a great job.
Cobb to throw it on 1st and 5. Time downfield into triple coverage, and that pass falls incomplete.
Almost picked, almost caught. And Cobb is a senior, I believe. Getting a chance to get out there.
Kai Blucher, the intended target, brings up a 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. So 2nd down and 5 from the 25, 3:16 to play in the 4th quarter. Drops to throw. Time, avoids the rush. Gets some backside protection. He'll just take off inside the 15, 10, breaks the tackle to the 5 and into the end zone for a 25-yard touchdown run for Cobb.
Oh, yeah. Nice run, too.
It's now 43-25 in favor of Canton McKinley.
And that's the senior, I tell you. That's got to feel good for him.
Raiders have played hard, trying to get some momentum for them into their matchup next week.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to keep the offense out there, go for 2. Started an extra man in who now came off.
Yeah, they did. Hey, I just keep my weapon and Evans, let him keep loading up some points.
Looking to throw, fires for the end zone, and that ball knocked away and incomplete. Canton McKinley, they don't have the biggest defensive backs, but they anticipate well.
Yeah, they're real good in that area. Reaction time is really excellent.
Approaching 10 o'clock, you are listening to Sports Radio 1240, WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus media station, and Western Reserve Radio 2. It's now Canton McKinley 43 and Warren Harding 25. Mentioned this will be the 6th straight win for Canton McKinley over Warren Harding, and not a rivalry that's played every year.
Right.
They've played 6 times now since 2003. And this will be an interesting season because when you step back and look at it, just from what we've seen the last 2 nights, there's a lot of first-year head coaches, new head coaches in new places. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out for the next 9 weeks.
Yeah, that's something. And I don't think we had that type of instance since we been back where this many new coaches. I mean, first-time head coaches last night. It's something.
And you got, experienced coaches in new places as well.
Right.
So Edmonds will kick off. He's going to line the ball up off to the right side of the kick X at the 40-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he's angling that, I'm anticipating a potential onside kick.
Yeah.
So Edmonds will run up on it, and he's just going to punch the ball upfield.
It went out.
And the clock will stop when the ball rolls out of bounds at 3:05 to play here in the 4th quarter. Talked about a lot of things tonight, but cannot talk about how well these 2 kickers have done. So Canton McKinley gets the football from their 35 with the kick out of bounds. We're down to the final 3:05 of this game. Most of the starters, skill players, seem to be in there for Canton McKinley. Put 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left side. Hayden is the quarterback. That looks like it might be Culver at the tailback spot. And we'll run it on first down. That is Culver twisting his way across the 40 and down to the 41-yard line. So Culver with a gain of 5 on first down, brings up 2nd down and 5. Play clock now at 30 seconds.
I think they'll run it down as far as they can.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Trent Hayden, the senior quarterback, has gone all the way for the Bulldogs tonight. Letting the play clock roll, now down under 10 seconds. Back judge puts his hands in the air. He'll let it roll down to about 5 seconds before he gives the ball to Culver, who wraps 2 hands around the football, and our game clock will now roll under 2 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter, and a 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Tackle on the play by number 90, Xavier Bradley.
So, again, Canton McKinley is going to let the clock roll down. We mentioned in the beginning, these 2 coaches, these 2 head coaches know each other well.
Mm-hmm.
Down under 10 seconds now on the play clock. Under 90 seconds in this 4th quarter. Hayden reversed hands off the ball to Culver. And he's going to be close to a 1st down.
Number 24 is Culver, the ball carrier. Tackle on the play by.
We're going to say it's still 4th down, because he's just a little bit shy of the 1st down. They move the ball back behind the 45-yard line. We approach 50 seconds to play, 20 seconds on the play clock. And on 4th and 1, Canton McKinley is going to punt the football away. We'll run the punter Mankowski out there as the play clock's at 1. And they aren't going to be able to get that play off, so That'll back them up 5 yards. And this will be 4th and 6 now for the Bulldogs. Both teams now heading to the sidelines as they called the timeout rather than let the play clock run down. And it'll remain 4th and 1 with 29 seconds to play. And we talked about this yesterday. It's one of those situations now where you have to take from week 1, you carry some things over, you work on improvements and make that jump from week 1 to week 2.
Yeah, that's big. It's the beginning of the season. You don't panic after nothing like this. You know,
in the case of these two teams, no easy opponents on the schedule the rest of the way.
Right. Yep.
So the Bulldogs will punt, single man back deep to return this kick at the 18-yard line for the Raiders. Snap back, Mankowski gets the kick away. And that's going to take a Bulldog roll. And it will just roll into the end zone for the touchback by a couple of yards.
Yeah, I thought it was slow rolling. I thought he might get down there and down it.
We got 19 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. So Warren Harding huddling up on the far sidelines. Well, I can tell you one thing about that 1990 state championship game.
Mm-hmm.
I know only one member of this crew was at that game, and it wasn't you and I.
Yeah.
Yes, a young Michael Rickard was at that game.
All right.
So 19 seconds to play, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Checking with the sidelines. Play clock just ran down to 0, and there's a penalty flag thrown. So that'll back the Raiders up 5 yards, make it 1st and 15 from the 15-yard line.
This will be the last play, unless they get out of bounds. But I'm sure they're trying to get something big on one play.
Two backs in the backfield with the quarterback, single receivers to each side of the formation. Play clock down to 12. They are just going to run the football, 2 hands on it, and the running back dropped at about the 28-yard line. And we are down to 10 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. It looks like Warren Harding is content to not snap the football. And both teams are going to head towards midfield. And we've got our final score here tonight. It is Canton McKinley 43 and Warren Harding 25. We'll come back and begin the postgame show next on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Right back here to Mollenkopf Stadium, a 43-25 win for the Canton McKinley Bulldogs, who now have won 6 straight over the Raiders. Looking at some of the unofficial numbers for tonight, Dave, what a performance by West tonight. Unofficially, 18 carries, 190 yards, and a touchdown.
It was a guy that we didn't know. We was talking about Culver being the transfer and coming over, but he had a great game. And as a sophomore, he's got a lot to build on.
Isaac Brooks, 5 carries for 18 yards. Throwing the football tonight, Hayden, 8 of 12 for 108 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Darius Hill, his leading receiver, 4 catches for 55 yards and a touchdown. Elijah Flynn, 3 carries, 47 yards and a touchdown. For the Raiders tonight, they were led in rushing by McKean Adair, 8 carries for 17 yards. Jalen Murray, 5 for 11, but Adair did his damage today on the return game.
Oh, yeah, he's excellent on the return game, and that's a weapon they know they have.
Throwing the football tonight for the Raiders, Jones, 10 of 23, 115 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. It adds up to a 43-25 win tonight for Canton McKinley. We'll take our final break. We'll come back and we'll wrap things up on the postgame show here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Wrapping up the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. A 43-25 win for the Canton McKinley Bulldogs, who start the season with the W. And big thank you to Athletic Director Rick Shepis for the spot, the rosters, and everything getting us ready for the broadcast. We can't do this without all the great athletic directors that help us along the way, Dave.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, those guys, we look forward to getting them around because they get us the things when we come up here and be able to have a spot like we have tonight. You can't beat it.
That is going to do it for us here tonight from Mollenkopf Stadium. Big thank you to Dave Ferris, Matt Marr, and of course, our producer tonight, Matthew Craven, for keeping us on the air and neat and tidy. A big thank you to all of the Cumulus staff as well and everyone at the iMedia One Network. For Michael Rickard and for Dave Clark, my name is Mark Means. Canton McKinley gets the win tonight, 43-25. We'll talk to you next Friday on the Youngstown Phantoms Game of the Week from Austintown Fitch here on Western Reserve Radio and Sports Radio 1240.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.